ignition sequence has started. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. We have commit and we have liftoff at 2:13. The Saturn V building up to 7.6 million pounds of thrust, and it is clear that
Burger King presents 4 bright, colorful Star Wars glasses.
Hey, it's Luke Skywalker.
And the princess.
Gee, wow! Get your kids a different Star Wars glass each week. Buy a regular serving of Coke for 59 cents plus tax. Get Chewbacca. Get Darth Vader. R2-D2 and C-3PO.
What mission? What are you talking about?
We can get all 4.
Star Wars glasses at Burger King until February 2nd.
Parecia? 1, 2, 3.
Stop hating Mondays. Be a professional and hate the whole week instead.
Bruh.
Eat whatever the fuck you want. Soon you will be dead. So what difference is it making? Stop listening to what people say about you. Stop chasing the perfect summer body. Whether you are fat or thin, haters will hate. And soon your haters will also die. Hopefully in the most horrific manner.
It was confiscated?
Yes, it was.
But you, here's one from BF in the chat. We won't get cunt again.
Exactly. Meet the new cunt. Same as the old cunt.
Here are some other phrases you'll want to know if you want to be sure to sound hip in the 90s.
Yo, a greeting.
Yo, Curb, what's up?
Clutch the pearls, said in amazement or disbelief.
Well, you know he's married. Clutch the pearls.
Bucked. In the 80s, it was just wasted.
I don't know how many I had, but boy, did I get bucked. I sure felt it the next morning. That was really the worst thing I'd ever done.
I hope you didn't drive home.
No way.
MacGyver, as in the TV show where the impossible is often accomplished.
I can't believe you got off that speeding ticket. What a MacGyver.
Norville, to secretly undermine.
What? I can't believe you saw your job. You've really been Norville.
Black & Decker, or a real tough assignment. You get the analogy, right?
This job is a real grind. It's just a Black & Decker.
Some phrases may be around forever.
Well, look, I gotta run. Peace.
Bye, Tom.
Saturday nights, distant lights, you, your girl, and your Johnson.
You and your Johnson, a way of life for over 50 years.
Saturday.
Do you feel that? Do you feel that? Oh, shit.
We're doing it.
today. What is good in the Streamshow hood, everybody? Are you feeling it? I hope you are. What are you doing for the next 3 hours? Let's hang out. It's BF Live in the midday, 151, show 151, holding it down in the middays for you for the next 3 hours or so. How's everybody doing today? We have some guests planned today. Fingers crossed. Hopefully they show up after kind of what went down yesterday. But no, I'm sure that they will show up. We're going to have in the 1 o'clock hour, in our guest hour, we're going to have the lovely New Girl and the, I guess, lovely JJ Dabbles checking in. You've seen JJ on here before. He's the producer of Trainwreck as well as some other shows. And they're going to stop in today to tell us about their kind of new venture called Drag the Waters, their new pod show. So I'm looking forward to meeting the New Girl for the first time on screen and everything, and getting to know her a little better and a little more about their show and what they're going to be up to and how they got together and all that stuff. But we're going to do all the fun stuff that we normally do here. We're going to do the opening news, kind of the BF Live other news or the not so serious news and all that stuff. We'll get into some Cyke Labs content. I'll throw like a kind of a miserable men kind of moment. It may not be the news, but we're going to have like a Bob Speak moment. We're going to have a lot of fun. I got fun videos. I got stuff written down here. I think once that our guests show up, we're just going to turn into a hang and conversation and all. So let's do it. Let's get into it. Let's have fun and bring some positive energy to your midday right here on BF Live, right here on YouTube, Rumble, and on Facebook. And one of the people we do it with, he's backstage. I know he's ready to go. He's the bro you know. He is the prop master on BF Live. It is Scott Fitzpatrick coming in.
Hoya, BF.
Hoya,
Hoya,
my friend. Happy Hoya. What's good on a Thursday, buddy?
Not too. Everything's going on pretty good. I went and did my walking videos early this morning.
Okay.
And this time I went out in nature.
Ooh,
and when I get out in nature, I like to get out in nature. And when I get out there, I like to smoke a little nature too, if you know what I mean.
Yes. Yes.
And I forgot my lighter. It's a bummer, dude.
We're gonna have to give you enjoyed this with me when we hooked up in West Virginia. We're gonna have to get you some vape pen game, buddy, with some flour, because I know it was a pain in the ass, the walking thing. Remember, back in the day, you used to have to like do the 2-hand thing, man. You just do this, you can pull it in and out of your pocket at your leisure, buddy. So I'll have to help you with your portability. But so how you doing? I know that you get around and you all kind of shows last night, and I have lots of friends out here in the chat family community too. And a little bird told me something about some things that maybe went down last night. I don't know if you're going to pick up what I'm putting down, what I'm alluding to, Scott. With your
can't
son.
remember.
Your son.
Oh, he got in trouble again.
I heard that your son was acting up a little bit last night.
Yeah, he got in trouble again. He's up to his old tricks.
Yes, I heard there's some new fresh earth is being burned is kind of what was kind of told to me, Scott. So I didn't know what you knew about that or anything, because he is your son.
I don't know. I don't know a whole lot about it because, I try not to get involved. I just try to calm him down and try to do damage control for him. And, I see he was motherfucking everybody again.
So were you on the shows? You kind of sit back and let him do his thing? You weren't trying to father him in the moment or whatever? You kind of help him?
Yeah, I was trying to do, I told him to step away for 10 minutes, eat some cheese. But he don't listen, No, Jake's going to Jake.
Yeah, we know. So, yes, I did get some unfortunate reports that, unfortunately, our boy Jake was acting like Jake on some shows last night and went scorched earth on some of our friends. But it is more of a pattern than anything else out of Jake. We'll see when we come up on the good side. But look, we already got 22 people here in the chat, buddy.
Right on.
It's the mid.
Oh, you say JJ and New Girl's going to be here today.
Yes, they will. Hopefully, fingers crossed.
JJ's easy on the eye, huh?
Oh, wait a minute. I don't know. I was gonna tell him to wear a good cleavage shirt yesterday, but I didn't nobody really wants that, Hope to send like an indirect message. But we're going to check in with them because JJ's been a cool dude since I got to know him. And it looks like, he's got the new girl. Like you said, she's very easy on the eyes. Not so much JJ, but we'll get to see that and get to know her a little more in the 1 o'clock hour and kind of the guest hour, bro. But we have 92 comments piling up here, bro. And I like to see what everybody's up to today. What are you doing? Are you at work? Are you at home? What are you doing? Let me know. Get into the chat family. We're hanging out for the next 3 hours. I already saw some of you. And I love this, too. You check in and you say, hey, BF, just a quick check-in. I'm not going to be around today, but I just want to let you know that I will be listening. I'll be busy and all. So even if that's the case, just throw us one message. Let us know what you're doing. As I put my goggles on, I'm going to go to my brand so I can run my element, and we are going to do the opening chat family check-in. Scott, you ready for this, brother?
I'm ready.
Let's do
One
it.
of my
Let's see.
lenses fell out of my glasses. My glasses
Oh,
just
I
broke.
see that. Holy shit, man. You got to go to lens crafters. All right. Well, while Scott looks for his lens, I'm going to run my element and put my glasses on. Hopefully my lenses stay in for the opening chat family check-in. Let's go.
Talk amongst yourselves. Talk amongst yourselves. Talk amongst yourselves.
Talk amongst yourselves. Talk to me. This is our chat family, our show, our community. I'm so proud when I see people say that, we have a great community here. And real, that's attributed to you guys and all. This might be my show and all, but the fact that you guys are a great chat family and you come in here and treat everybody with respect and greet them when somebody new shows up, I just love it. And I couldn't be more proud of that. So I start off by letting you know that my PayPal donate link option has always been at the top of this. And hell, even my bro and ma, Dave Daffler, he threw it out there a second time. How you doing, Dave? He was so cool to me. Blummel's defense lawyer checks in. This is what I love. BF Live is the best show on the net. Hands down. I'm biased, but you're right, and I agree. How you doing, Blummel? See, that's great, man. When you don't even get on behind your gear yet and you've started a show and people are already hitting you with the positivity like Blummel's, what more can I ask for? Can I post a link? My PayPal link. No, I don't think so, Space Nerd. Oh, we'll see, maybe later. We'll talk about that. And then I want to acknowledge this again because he kind of did it on the DL before the show. He slid in here. He hasn't been around much, but I was happy to see not only Stormy Show return to the BF Live yesterday, but the most generous Dave Daffler. It was so odd, Scott, that, he has that playful relationship with Stormy and all, every time she's on the air. And neither one of them had been around for a month or so. And then all of a sudden, both of them showed up yesterday.
Yeah, it was like fate or something.
It was
Or he's following her around, one of the two. He's following her, probably.
Right, or he's legit following her around, or it was just karma, man. Thanks for chat family. Yeah, we had Nikki. We had some daytime Nikki in the chat yesterday. All kind of great energy. So I wanted to acknowledge Dave Daffler and say thank you, Dave Daffler, for your generous I didn't get it all in there. I didn't erase the other one. The generous pre-show PayPal donation super chat of $50. I didn't take out my one that I did incorrectly, your pre-show. Thank you, Dave Daffler, for the $50 donation before I even got on air. So how could I not be enthused about coming on air? I got generous, cool people like Dave Daffler and Blummel's checking in before the show even started. Hoya from the lovely Space Nerd. Ready, Scott? Let's do this right today. Ready?
Right on. Yeah. Nerd.
Yeah, we nailed it today.
Can I get a Hoya? Can I get a Hoya? Can I get a Hoya? Can I get a Hoya?
And I followed up by saying, Hoya, right back to the Space Nerd and see you soon. And here we are. The lovely Sunday Jenna checks in. She gets the digital kiss. And she says,
oh, hey guys, how you doing?
She says, oh, hey, BF, won't be in the chat much. I'm outside in the garden. So hello, everyone. There you go. The lovely green-thumbed Sunday Jenna checks in outside in the garden. Hi, Jenna, how you doing? And tell Joe I said hello as always. Whoop.
Hi, Joe. How are you doing, Joe?
And then she comes right behind her own self with a most generous, colorful $5 super chat and says,
Can I get a Hoya? Can I get a Hoya? Can I get a Hoya? Can I get a Hoya?
there's your Hoya to the lovely Sunday Jenna. Thank you, and I hope you have a great Thursday. Space Nerd says, that sounds lovely, Sunday Jenna. Have a wonderful day out in the garden. Hoya from the Space Nerd. Live Ween checks in and says, Rate and Gray are Uri and not Shuri. Live Ween, you are so a Rate and Gray, a BF, a Buffalo, a Bobby Fran. Oh, wait a minute. My shit went somewhere else. Oh, hang on a second. Tried to hit something and something else happened. I was trying to hit this. And that happened. Anyway, let me see. On to the next thing. Shirley, you can't be serious. That's right. And don't call me Shirley, right? As they say, as the old joke goes. Don't call me Shirley, Scott. Let's see. The Space Nerd says, hey-ya from the Space Nerd. Howdy, Green Thumb Jenna and Nerd and Dave from the live ween. Dave's alive. Dave's alive. Yes, Dave is alive. Lest anybody think that Dave was no longer with us or anything, or he didn't like BF Live no more, which I was getting in that territory. No, I understand that people have busy lives and personal lives and all, so I was glad that Dave got back in touch with me. Shout out to the 31 awesome people already checking in on BF Live. I hold it down in the midday. You got your early morning shows, you got your night shows, but I'm holding it down in the midday with my friend Scott Fitzpatrick, having fun. We're going to have the new Girl and JJ Dabbles joining us in the 1 o'clock hour. We do 3 hours here, so let's hang around. We're just getting started. Old Blummels, also from Live Ween. It's a party. Space Nerd knows what's up. Who has fun in the midday? We have fun in the midday right here on BF Live. All right, and Space Nerd says, I'm so glad to see you. Ween, missed ya. Sunday Jenna checks in and says, thanks, Nerd. Just about to get my hands in the dirt. My lovely sister Kathy checks in. She gets the digital kiss, and she says, Hoya, everyone.
Can I get a Hoya? Can I get a Hoya? Can I get a Hoya? Can I get a Hoya?
Sunday Jenna is giving the love to the friend Live Ween. Devil's Joint checks in and says, what is this show? I've seen it before. Come on, we know that. We know that's JJ Dabbles. He's going to be on the show soon. That's his Devil's Joint account right there. How you doing, JJ? Good. We're going to look forward to see you soon. Bones up for BF and Midday Freaks from Matt, the mod to Scott Fitzpatrick.
Brother Matt.
And fellow Jake Lover. How did he make out in the Jake Scorched Earth last night?
Yeah, I seen he was kind of doing the same thing I was, just trying to talk him down, but
is that
right? Jake wasn't having it last night. I don't know. He kind of tapered off though. I don't really know the aftermath of it. I don't know how Jake is now. I don't know.
All right, well, I'm gonna leave it up to you two to discipline Jake. Drag the Waters checks in. I believe a new girl is running that. I thought that was JJ yesterday when I saw it. But since I see them both in there, I believe that's JJ because she's saying, yes, you do, JJ. Be looking forward to seeing you soon. New girl. See you soon, Jenna from Space Nerd. Devil's Joint is getting the bones up from Matt. Space Nerd checks in and says, Hoya, Matt, and DJ. Douche of the Dabbleverse checks in. Hey, Douche. Good meeting up with you and kind of getting to know each other a little bit. I see you sent me a friend request on Twitter and X, so it's good to be getting to know you better. Matt, I'm here today, says Drag the Waters. Matt Hoya, Space Nerd. Donkey Kongton says Hoya to the nerd. Bones up, Matt from Donkey Kongton. Donkey Kongton, come on, they're all here. Everybody's here today, Scott. I love it, buddy. I love it. Let's go.
Yeah.
We got Hoya from the Drag the Waters from New Girl. Hoya Donkey from Space Nerd. Drag the Waters is getting the love from Matt. Donkey Bones up from our friend Matt. Live Ween checks in and says, Devil's Joint. As of yesterday, this show is Beef Live. That's right, where our beloved host Beef fields dinger related questions and moderates dang discussions. Them dingers and dangs. That's right. Cheeseburger Day turned into Beef Day, Beef Live, BF Live. It's funny because one of my young nephews kind of refers me to like his Beefaroni or something like that. They have like odd little nicknames for each other. He was eating Easy Mac one day, and so I started calling him Easy Mac, and he started calling me Beefaroni, so the beef thing kind of fits. Live Ween is getting the bones up from Matt. Douche of the Dabbleverse says, I don't eat whatever I want because I want to get laid from time to time before I die. That's good motivation. That's real good motivation, you know. Yep. Sex is a hell of a drug. Pussy's a hell of a drug. You're right, Douche of the Dabbleverse. Pussy is a hell of a drug. Donkey Kong, did anyone seriously think I was starting new locale channel? Because I am. Are you? You have to let us know about that. When does the Turkish teeth return? There might be en route right now. Well, I don't know about that. Let me see. Space Nerd said it. I didn't talk about your Turkish teeth. Space Nerd, do you need a producer, Donkey? Live Ween says, you want to be my locale channel show? Uh-oh. I need a secretary, says Donkey Kongton. Space Nerd's offering. She says, I can write. Do I need to interview? Matt getting a love from Live Ween. She can be literate. I don't give a fuck. Well, Live Ween says, Donkey Kongton, I am honored you consider me a locale. Scott Fitzpatrick checks in and says, Nerd, Ween, Brother Matt, Douche, Donkey, Drag, Dave Daffler, Blummels, Sunday, Kathy, and everyone else. That's a good one, Scott. You got it all in there, buddy. Donkey says, no, it's an open position. Yeah. Scott is getting the love. We got to throw one of those out there. Scott! Matt giving the love and a salute to the prop master from your boy, your mod right there, Matt.
Best goddamn mod of the game.
Best mod in the game, according to Scott. Sweet Donkey, I will be your secretary. Space Nerd is volunteering. Sunday Jen is throwing out the emojis. Donkey Kongton says, no, I'm the locale. You can be a guest. It's up to you if you want to be the locale or not. They're deciding who's going to be the locale. Liveween says, I used to watch MacGyver every week. That was kind of part of the opening chat family check-in. You have such a MacGyver, bro. And I wrote the device recipes down on the blank page in the back of the yellow pages. That's not psycho at all. Yeah, I used to watch MacGyver a couple times back in the day, but I never got really that into it that I was going to try some of the stuff he did, Scott. Did you ever get down to that? That curious?
You know, I watched the show and I know of what things he does, but I didn't really watch it enough to get into it like that.
All right. Drag the Water says, stop the whistling. I can't whistle. We're going to do some Axl Rose. We're going to do Patience by Guns N' Roses, Scott. Do that. You live Johnson? I think you meant you love Johnsons. What's up, Terry Nee? How you doing, buddy? Checking in today. Let's see. Donkey Kong, I'm reading ahead. Scott is getting the love from Donkey Kongton in the chat. Donkey. I'll pick it up on that too. And you get this one too. Oh, we have to get Jake doing that. Hey guys, do you feel that? I got him going. Do you feel that? Do you feel that? Oh shit. Hey, my Stream Element spot is running a hashtag, Scott. FTP. I wonder what that means. Fuck the. It has to do with something. Yeah.
Me?
I don't know. Fuck the potato.
Oh shit, yeah.
Fuck the potato from yesterday. I'm a little hurt. I thought some things were gonna go down yesterday. I got a little triggered yesterday. I'm a little hurt, but I'll get over it eventually. The douche of the devil verse says, that's crazy. BF looks like a white Tracy Morgan. That's crazy. Why would you say something like that about me? That's funny, douche of the devil verse, because I'll take my glasses off so you can see me better. When Bobby, Nick, and Stormy do like face swaps for me, they would put me on black guys, and Bobby, Nick, and they would say, your face works on every black dude like we put it on. And my nieces come up to me one day and they go, not Tracy Morgan, but they come up to me one day, Scott, and they go, we've decided something. We think that you look like Busta Rhymes. So I've gotten white Busta Rhymes for, but I've never gotten white Tracy Morgan. That's crazy. That's crazy. I don't know why you say that. Douche of the Dabbleverse. Welcome, buddy. Thank you very much. Yeah, I get the little kind of black thing. I kind of mixed in a lot. Get those comments. Scott Fitzpatrick, no filter from Space Nerd.
Nerd.
Brian, I like the understated nerd. Nerd. Just nerd. We acknowledge her. So the second one is just like nerd. Brian Kowalczyk checks in with the skull and crossbones. What's up, bro? How you doing tonight? We had a good time on Replayables last night. I am lovely as fuck, says, wait a minute. Is that JJ running the account now? Because I don't know. Is New Girl really saying, I don't know. We'll see. Because I don't know. I said, I guess lovely, and then it seems like he's lashing out on that one, Scott. I don't know.
Yeah.
We did last night, boy. We tied one on last night on Replayables. You're not wrong, Brian Kowalczyk. For the midweeks, we do it right, man. If you ever can't wait to the weekend to have fun, you got to hook up with us on the Levyverse on Replayables. We spin that crazy wheel. We drink, smoke, laugh, and joke. And we did it last night in a big way. And matter of fact, I always worry about these shows, Scott, because it's a little hard to recover from some of those nights and do this show the next day.
Yeah, I imagine, and keep your energy level up like you do and all your things. Yeah.
And so what I do, like typically, like I drink and smoke the whole time, and then what I'll typically do is I'll go to the couch over here and I'll like pass out and I go, okay, when I wake up, I'll start preparing like tomorrow's show. And sometimes the wake up doesn't happen as fast as I need it to. So sometimes I gotta wake up today and like get the show together. So it's always like a mishmash of how this show, I never know how it's going to get prepared, but I always try to make it
Yeah,
work together.
I noticed you send the link to it like real late at night, like 1 o'clock and 2 o'clock in the morning.
And I knew my boys would get a clue from that because you probably saw last night. I sent it to JJ that late too, buddy. Would I send the late like at 3:30 in the morning my time, like East Coast time? Yeah. Shout out to the
Yep,
36
yep.
awesome people checking in. This is BF Live. This is where I like to mix everything I love about Friends, podcasting, radio, and everything. Mix it together and have fun and hold it down in the midday. And in the 1 o'clock hour, we're going to have New Girl and JJ join us, and we're going to keep on having lots of fun. I'm getting ready to do the other news, but we're going to work our way to all that. Hoya BK from Space Nerd. Live Ween says, Brian Kowalczyk, were you deballing cattle with rubber bands? That's very specific. I'm Stream Elements Bot is already running New Girl on Twitter and X. I'm already taking care of my peoples. You can see all their links right there. If you want to get like a head start on that, you can do that. Space Nerd getting the love from Brian Kowalczyk. JJ said, that's what I'm doing. That's what I figured. He's going back and forth between both accounts, and New Girl has access. So sometimes it's New Girl saying shit, and sometimes it's JJ saying shit from this account. Let's see. Live Ween, you need to twist too. Mac, he knows you. Say it, Scott.
Walking.
That's Scott's tagline for his walking videos. Walking. This has been Scott Fitzpatrick. Walking.
Walking.
I don't know if you exactly say it just like that, but that'll be a good way to finish up all your videos. This has been Scott Fitzpatrick.
That's about what I do. Yeah.
Walking. All right.
Christopher Walken.
Thanks. Scott Walken. I Can Help says Drag the Waters. Where did this happen and when? Blummel's defense lawyer says, "Gno, my friends." What's up, Blummel's defense lawyer? You know what's up. Oh, I see something coming in here now. Let's see if it comes up in the chat, and if it don't, I will acknowledge it otherwise. But I just got a message. I'm confused, but that is okay, says Space Nerd. That's okay. Gano Blumels from Space Nerd. Stephen Bravo checks in with a most generous gifted. He's building my family. Thank you. Building our family. Stephen Bravo, thanks, bro. Checking in with the one BF Live gifted membership. And guess who caught it? The douche. The douche of the Dabbles caught it, douche. Welcome to the BF Live family. Let's see. The Live Ween says the albino deer carries a lighter, Scott, FYI. Yes, Scott is known to encounter albino deers.
I guess I could have asked Terry Nee. He's probably behind me.
That's true. He is doxing you and all, but the rare albino deer, Scott has even found them. Yes, he did again, says Drag the Waters. Terry Nee says he forget the vape pen. Uh-oh. He is doxing you, buddy. I think he's got his own satellite on you or some shit.
Yeah,
I think he has a series of cameras. Like, he knows your trail, and he's watching you on all the web cameras along your trail or something, buddy. Something's going on.
Yeah. We'll have to go off grid.
Our positive bro Spawn checks and he says, "Good afternoon. I'm all about the Hoya fart shit taint." I like that.
Oh, yeah.
Can I get a Hoya? Can I get a Hoya? Can I get a Hoya?
All right, and Space Nerd says Hoya right back to Spawn. Jack Waters says already on it. Space Nerd says Hoya, Terry, and Gano. Live Ween says fart shit taint is now trending. There's the Drag the Waters link right there in my Stream Elements bot. Thanks, Stephen Bravo, for the membership from Douche of the Dabbleverse. Chat family, full effect. It's in full effect. Cheers from Deuce of the Dabbleverse. Spawn checks in again with a generous $2 super chat and says, "Please tell me again what Jake did now. I missed it." So my understanding from my reports, from my sources, is that he went on shows last night that involved Bobby Nick and others and cussed everybody out, went scorching earth, and even cussed out Bobby Nick. Is that right, Scott? Is that accurate?
Yeah. I mean, I watched it kind of. I think it's going to sound like I'm just taking it for him, but I think what set everybody off was he was doing his thing in the chat, kind of come on, and nobody was paying attention, and he got ignored, and
which he's done.
So
yes.
Yeah, I could just feel him escalating. And then he said something to Tiffany, like "Shut up, Tiffany." But I think he was just being like sarcastic humor because she don't talk. He wasn't talking a lot, it's just quiet.
Yeah,
so I think he was saying,
"You never say anything," kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think he really meant anything really out of it. But having his reputation, some people take it the mean way, and that's kind of what happened. It kind of just escalated from there, it seemed like.
Yeah, and that's what happens. You come on these shows and you get with the wrong people, and the wrong thing is said at the people interpret tone or something wrong, and shit can go bad. So that's kind of there's the There's the bullet points of that one. Stephen Brother says, no problem, and you're very welcome. Thank you, Stephen, and welcome to the Dabbleverse. Space Nerd, Scott, is Jake Hudson's dad? Yes, exactly. He always used to put it on his thing. Let's say we take it down. Oh, it says, right there, it says Jake and Stormy's dad all the time.
And Jake puts that there. I don't do that.
Why am I confused? Yes. Scott has somewhat adopted him. Oh, Stream Ellen's bot knows. He says FTP. Whoa. Sorry, I choked on my Tic Tac.
Yeah, I think Jake just wanted to go. I think he just wanted to go off on somebody. I don't know what he did before he got to our show last night on Jason Bardot's show. I don't know what all happened and got him off. I think he was already in a groove that he was just going to go raise hell.
He knows how to generate heat for himself. Like you said, if he's not getting enough attention in the chats and everything, he does these kind of elaborate things where he blows up and goes scorched earth and kind of goes from show to show doing it.
Yeah.
So let's see. The Kahuna Nook, who's checking in? Kahuna.
All right. Big brother.
What's up, Kahuna Noy? Checking in today. At Nerd Owning Online. Space Nerd says, oh, okay. Right, it is the father. Scott, it's difficult fathering a special needs child. Terry Nee, I believe you know something about that. Mahalo. Looks like it said my a-hole or something. My a-hole, my friend. Mahalo, my friend, Big Kahuna from the Space Nerd. David Chandler checks in and says, Hoya Bishes.
Oh, yeah.
David Chandler. Okay, we'll have to look out for him. How you doing, Dave? What's up, buddy? Space Nerd says, thanks for helping out a girl out. Lightwing says, I'm looking well forward to seeing Helga mow their lawn in a bikini on BF Live today. I don't know if anybody needs that one. Tuck it way back. Aloha Nerd from Big Kahuna that is today. Ween, yay. Her accent is weird, Alabama. Kahuna Nui checks in and says, hey to Terry Nee. Live Ween says, Terry Nee, close, New Zealand. Dusha Dadaver says, is BF a black man in white face? That's so funny. I get that a lot, Douche. You are not the only person that's ever said that to me. And it's so funny because I do, like, when I go out in public, Scott, and I encounter black people, it's almost like they're very relatable to me. Like, they're like, hey, BF. Like, they kind of see that kind of quality in me, too, I guess, Scott. And I get that positive reaction out of a lot of black people. Like, I'm almost like a...
So you know how to do them. You know how to do all those the fancy handshakes, greeting.
I don't know. I know I do the regular kind of bro thing, you know, pull them in, hug, and give them one tap on the back or some shit. Yeah, I mean, whatever. I don't know. It's just who I am, I guess. Mr. Chandler getting the love from the Big Kahuna. Space Nerd says, I heard us West Coast hippies have an accent. We do have a weird dialect over here. Hey, well, we all do. I have a regional kind of thing being in the mid-Atlantic where I'm at. It's probably fair to say, Scott, I think we all do. And there's some great shows on like the History Channel about how our country, if you divide it up by accent, how it looks weird. Like it would be like more areas than necessarily states. So it's all very interesting. It's all just how we got here and what we are. 41 freaking people checking in, Scott. They're ready to see New Girl. They're ready to see JJ. They're ready to have fun at the 1 o'clock hour. Kahuna is checking in to Terry Nee. Spawn says, I expand on your take, Bobby. I'm also proud of you and the daily fun on here you've created. You're a good dude. Thank you, Spawn. Love you, bro. Keep bringing that positivity, and we'll force the world to be positive. Ween, something, says Terry Nee. Hey now, Kunhui from the live Ween. Hey, everybody from Space T75.
Space T75.
Space Nerd says, I want to go day drinking with Nikki. I would die, but it would be fun. Yes, Nikki has drank us under the table on Replayables many times. That girl can do shot after shot after shot, Scott. Nikki is a beast. I wouldn't mess with Nikki. I ain't taking no challenge from her. Spurs Chief from Space Nerd. Terry Nee says the same thing. Spawn says, Hoya to the chat if I missed everyone, and hashtag labia. I think just random words out there. Kahuna says, how are you? Live Ween, good to see you. Space Chief says, Space Nerd, give him the love. Drag the Water says, BF, if you have a chance to check your DM before one, I sent you something. Nudes or it didn't happen. Nudes or it didn't happen. I'm gonna say I don't know who's saying that, but I'm checking my messages now and says, oh, what's it say? We're not showing up. I'm gonna say, okay. Oh, okay. All right. I got your message. Okay. Message in a bottle. Let's see. Blum's defense lawyer says, it's just nice to have a community where we can get away from the nonsense. Thank you for picking up what I'm putting down. Life is hard enough. Why everybody come on here and make it harder? Just keep regurgitating the same shit. Let's bring something different here. Hoya from the Space Nerd, Blummel's defense lawyer, amen. Space Chief 75 checks in, getting the love from Kahuna Nui. There's the Stream Elements bot running Cyke Labs link, even if it's only for 3 hours of positivity. Space Nerd says, Blummel's, you said it. I don't want anything but funny and weird shit here. That's what we do. Dave Daffler is a lovely bird. Tweet. Miss Daffler, says Live Ween. Drag the Waters is getting the love and the shout out from Kahuna Nui. Daffler is married. No, I don't believe Daffler is married. He's had some funny, he used to have some funny one-liners about divorce and costing him like $10,000. He's had a lot of comments about. I think he's been married, past tense. Space Nerd getting the love from Blummel's defense lawyer. Space Nerd, nope, I miss him though. Dang Lizard checks in from across the pond. Here we go. What's up, Dang? Hoya, everyone. Hoya to you, my
Can I
friend.
get a Hoya? Can I get a Hoya? Can I get a Hoya? Can I get a Hoya?
Checking in our great friend. Terry Nee says, Stormy has Dave following her around, and Scott has me.
Yep.
Wow. I do too, a funny bird. Donna G checks in on the day side and says, Hoya Sunday, Jenna, and have a great day. Oh, come on, Donna G. Even if it's for a little bit, we're going to have some friends coming in the 1 o'clock hour, some guests today. The lovely new Girl and JJ Dabbles are going to tell us about their new show, Drag the Waters. So we're going to talk about that and catch up with all that stuff. Donna G. Dave D is married. If not, I'll put a ring on it, says Blummel's defense lawyer. Hi-yo. Let's see. Dang Lizard is getting the love from the Douche of the Dabbleverse. FTP from Stream Elements Bots. Hey, Douche of the Dabbleverse from Dang Lizard. Spawn checks in and says, Spawn off all day tomorrow with the sick daughter. Sending a personal invite for Bobby Fran to come jump in the lounge with us, killing it with Bobby Nick after. I will try. Sometimes I'm doing some post-game stuff here or prep for other shows and all, but I will try to jump in with y'all tomorrow. New Girl checking in right now and says, looking forward to coming on. We're looking forward to having you on. You're very welcome. Hoya from Space Nerd. Boom from Live Ween. Spawn, all the best to you. Dang Lizard, appreciate it, homie. Cyke checks in, Cyke Clyde, and says, Hoya yins. That means all of you-ins. Everybody. You-ins, all of you. It's all together. It's just yins. Kahuna says, hey to the Dang Lizard. Spawn from Big Kahuna Nui. Hoya Cyke from Ding from Space Nerd. Spawn says, I saw Jake live around 6 p.m. He seemed fine then. Proof in the pudding at the unfathomable levels of torment that will quickly aging man unquestionably lives in. Yeah, he comes and goes. He's up and down. Cyke getting the love from Kahuna Nui. Hey, Kahuna from Space Chief 75. Cyke getting the love from the Blummel's defense lawyer. Kahuna is a homie. 2 in the stink, says Spawn. There it is. It finally came up. Daniel August took advantage of my presets at the PayPal right at the top of the chat and donated $20. Thank you, Daniel August. You've been showing up in Super Chat, and I appreciate that. But I really appreciate that, too, because, YouTube don't get their little hands in on it. Thank you, Daniel August, for supporting me and everything I'm doing, brother, and welcome. Hey, Kahuna from Blummel's and Nerd. FTP from Stream Elements Spots. Daniel August not only checked in with a personal PayPal one, but he did check in with a Super Chat, and he says, what's up, BF? What's up, chat? Can't chat much at work, but wanted to check in and FGB. Thank you, Daniel August, for the $20 in PayPal and the $19.99 Super Chat, bro. Let's see what we can get into today. FGB. I'm a little off. Sometimes I'm a little off on my head's other places, Scott. You got anything for me? G. Okay.
I don't know.
We'll see if we can figure it out. Okay. Hell yeah, Daniel August. There's New Girl's thing. Hello, Daniel. Hope all is well from Blummel's. Cheers, David Chandler. Did you hear about my new locale show coming next week? Live Ween says, Tiffany Washington versus Matt for the best mod title. Oh, they're going to get it on. Let's get it on. Come on. Get it on. It's a challenge accepted. Blummel's cheers from Donkey Kongington. David C is the best, says Blummel's. Donkey likewise from Blummel's. Donkey Kongington says, Big Kahuna, did you hear about my new locale show? Douche of the Dabbleverse is hitting with the cheers again. He's laughing, which is good. Hey, Sunday Jenna. Cheers from Donkey Kongington. Donkey Kongington says cheers to the douche. Cyke Clyde says donks. Donkey Kongington give it a right back. Scola from the douche of the Dabbleverse. What is it, Clyde? What it is, Clyde. Drag the Water says, LOL, I'm not mad at anyone, but but monkey. Yeah, butt money. Okay. I love discharge. I love stretch marks. Ooh, that's right. Ooh, I love stretch marks. I love discharge. I don't care. I love stretch marks on a woman. Fuck it. I don't care. Guggle, 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 guggle. I love it when a woman choke a woman. Guggle, guggle. Stern's Tracy Morgan interviews are must watches. You're not wrong. Well, BF Live, Bobby, if you aren't prepared, I sure don't notice. Well, I do my best. Yup. You got the link at 3:26 a.m. Eastern time. That's how late I'm grinding at this shit. Cyke says, struggling at work. Me and Ding are on vacay in a day. I haven't been doing any of my videos or anything. I've been so lazy. Well, I'm going to show you the best. I'm still going to do a Cyke segment today. No, I meant I was walking in nature like Scott says. JJ checking in again. Smoking the nature as well. Douche is having fun with the cheers. Beef Supreme, says Donkey Kongton. Beef Supreme himself is rumored to be attending. I was there. It was a bloodbath talking about Jake. Donks, yes, I have. It will be a hit. Bobby Nick and his colleagues just welcomed Jake back mere hours ago. At least this didn't happen quickly or anything. Really.
You know, I just remembered one thing. It got so bad that Joey C come on because Jason Bardot's getting close to being monetized. Just needs
I think he did it last
few more
year.
subs.
He's got the subs, yeah.
Right.
Congratulations.
So Joey C come on with telling Bobby Nick that on all of us really, but that we can't keep doing that if you're going to stay monetized. You know, you'll lose your monetization, and giving us a what you can and cannot say and on YouTube from Joey C.
From Joey C. Yeah, that's great. When Joey C has to come in and correct you, you know you've kind of went to another level.
Yeah.
Well, listen, Scott and everybody else, it is 43 minutes past the first hour of the show. I want to get on some other news and some Cyke content before our guests come in now. So I don't think there's any super chats that I didn't acknowledge, but thank you, everyone, for this most aggressive and exciting chat family check-in and participative. But let's get on some other fun stuff because we got guests and other fun waiting us. But that today was the opening chat family check-in.
Talk amongst yourselves. Talk amongst yourselves. Talk amongst yourselves.
That's right. Keep talking amongst yourselves. Keep talking to me. Thank you, everybody. The energy is up already. We're ready to go. I still see some great chats coming in. You guys are so awesome. I know Scott loves this when I can't keep up. He would love nothing more for me to sit here the entire show and read every chat. And a lot of you really like that. But we have a lot of other fun stuff to get onto. And I don't mind. I will accept the challenge. But let's get on to some other fun stuff here. There's Brutal Pain checked in my bro last night. This is a drinking man, a fun dude. He's going to have a part in the Perry Caravello Wild Western movie coming up soon. He's a bro, I know. How you doing, Brutal? We really did it last night. Had some fun on Replayables. You can join us on Wednesdays and Saturdays where we drink, smoke, laugh, and joke. We're going to do it this Saturday at 10 o'clock East because that's a good time for a Saturday show. We'll be doing it again. Live Ween says, Space Nerd, there's no garden by dirt. Jenna means she is going to root around in the Stutjo dirt that the frog is always trying to get Shuli him really. Daniel August checks in with another $1.99 and says, "Fug Gino Buscanti." Yeah, Gino is just Gino, you just wish he wasn't so Gino-ish, I guess. Thank you, Daniel August, for stating that point. Sunny Jenna says, today I transplanted some sunflowers, space, and started new seed. So gets so hot and fast in here. Find out. Okay, let's do this now. I got this fancy news desk over here. I want to get a couple news stories in so we can give people some fresh information for today, some other news or the BF Live not so serious news. So I'm going to run over to this fancy news studio set that I have. I'm going to run my element. Hopefully I do all this right. And we're going to do the BF Live other news or the BF Live not so serious news. Let's do that. That's right, I'm over here now, coming to you from the luxurious and spacious BF Live news studios. I'm going to read you some stories and headlines, and we're going to talk about them. We'll talk about them on the BF Live other news here. I like to do. All right. In my first story, I just heard this come out yesterday. Got the freshest news for you, Scott. This is a wild story, brother. This says a California man accidentally pays his neighbor's power bill for years. It says a California man discovered he has been mistakenly paying his neighbor's power bill for up to 18 years, Scott. This wasn't for like a day or a month or a week, anything like that. 18 years, brother. Can you imagine that? And so, yeah, I wonder if the neighbor whose bill was getting paid was like, I ain't saying shit.
Yeah,
But it does
I
say,
ain't moving.
Right, yeah, like I'm never moving out of spot until I start getting a bill. I got no reason to move.
Yep.
But Ken
Taking
Wilson
roots.
said, who has lived in the same apartment since 2006, said he recently noticed his specific gas and electric bill was going up. So he took steps to try to reduce his energy usage. He just thought he was using this. He reached out to PG&E when his bill failed to go down. He goes on to say, I thought there was a leak or something. Someone was stealing my electricity or the meter was faulty because something wasn't right, he told CBS Sacramento. A utility company employee came to examine Wilson's meter and discovered the company had been charging him for the unit next door instead of his own apartment. So not only was this person getting their shit paid for, Scott, it sounded like that they were like, I'm going to just come use energy. He must have sounded it to other mofos or something, Scott.
Everybody can charge the car batteries and stuff.
Everything. Yeah, I'd be letting all kind of mofos charge their stuff, right? Come on, man. I don't pay shit for electricity. So it goes on to say that we acknowledge an error occurred in this instance, and we are fully committed to rectifying the situation with the customer and make the customer whole, PG&E said in a statement. So that was the story, Scott. 18 years. Let's find a little video on it because there's a local video report. This was in Sacramento,
A
California.
utility bill blunder has a local man charged up tonight. Tonight, a Vacaville man says he's been paying someone else's PG&E bill for more than a decade.
Feel powerless right now because I can't control my own meter.
The customer says he may have been paying for the wrong meter for even longer, considering he's lived in the same apartment for 18 years.
Well, there you go. That's enough said. It's kind of just saying the same thing over again. 18 years. 18 years. And on the 18th birthday, found out it wasn't his. That's what I'm talking about. Let's see. We left off at that one. I got some more. All right, let's get into some other stories here. We're going to fit in. These stories amaze me, Scott, and I'm so happy. I don't know. I guess I could speak for you and myself to say I'm so happy that we're not in the dating pool nowadays, my friend.
Yeah.
Having to like try to find a mate in these social media days.
They shave off all their pubic hairs now.
Whoa, wait a minute. You went a whole nother way with this than I was thinking. This one, yeah, so there's a lot of crazy thoughts and ideas and demands, and let's read this article and let's explain a little bit. This says a man's $6 demand after a coffee date fail exposes a relationship issue, Scott. So, these people are hooking up on these apps, swipe right, let's meet, let's have a cup of coffee and all. And apparently this one didn't go well, and he asked for something. It says, this is in Australia. A Sydney man who demanded a woman pay him back the $6 he spent on her coffee during a date has exposed why modern relationships are doomed. So this sounds like a blind date. He bought her a cup of coffee. After approaching British expat Emily, 29, at a beach and inviting her out for a drink, she agreed to meet him, and the pair later went for coffee. But after the date, Emily admitted that she felt there was no spark between them, prompting him to do the unexpected, demand that she pay for her hot beverage. So, I used to hear the dinner thing, like if she don't, hey, I bought you a meal and you didn't put out. Now we're down to cups of coffee, Scott.
Yeah.
It says, while Emily was horrified by his petty response, Melbourne psychologist Carly Dober said the man's reaction was tragically common and warned it is an unhealthy approach to dating and relationships. Men can behave like this in part because they feel entitled to a woman's time or romantic or sexual investment if they have spent their time and any financial resources on the date. Yeah, I want at least a blowjob for a macchiato, Dober told news.com.au. The quote goes on to say, it is very normal to be hurt and upset if you are rejected, and rejection is a very normal part of dating in the broader human experience. However, this also demonstrates low emotional intelligence and or low emotional regulation skills. So, Scott, I'll simply ask, you kind of got the bullet points right there, and she nicely kind of put him off. Here's the message that she tried to send to him. It isn't like she ghosted him or anything. She says, hey, thanks so much for organizing the picnic. A shame about the weather. Was lovely to get to know you, but I don't feel there was a spark, I don't think there was a spark there, but we'll probably see you around. Hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. I thought that's a nice way to kind of be let down and let you know, hey, it didn't quite work out, right, Scott?
Yeah, at least she didn't ghost him or tell her friend he's got a small pecker or whatever.
Yeah, like all that shit. She could have went all that way, like he was a creepo or whatever, all that shit. But Scott, so I guess you and I are from an older generation, obviously. You know, we're whole from like, hey, take the girl out for a date, take her out for a meal and everything. And I think, at least the way I was raised, if you do that, you don't ever ask for like the money back. You do that because that was your choice, right?
Yeah, yeah. Even when I was married, my checks, my more checks, I just give them. I give them all them. I let them be in charge of the money.
Yeah.
And I always paid for everything. Yeah.
But when I was out of courting or whatever, if it didn't go
Oh.
well, I didn't ask for refunds based on how the date went. You know, if I made an attempt, I considered it a plus or a minus. You know, it's just the cost of the endeavor that I was going into, Scott. You know.
Yep. Yep.
But and then some guys, you know, I've heard the stories about wanting lunch money back. I paid for a whole lunch. I paid for $100 worth of a dinner, but a measly $6 back because there wasn't a spark or somebody didn't put out. And you heard it stated in the article that he approached her on the beach.
Yeah. Yeah. That's another thing. I mean, if you're asking them on the date,
Right.
and
Exactly.
it's just $6.
But I hear that this is what's going on in nowadays, Scott, is that it's very much this, hey, I'm going to go on this date, and now that we have these apps, we can decide how the date goes, if we're going to go Dutch on it or whatever. I hear all of these stories on social media about dating, so that's why I said it's probably best, and I'm glad that you and I aren't out in the dating pool nowadays, my friend. But it's rough out there. It's crazy. People arguing over getting $6 back. In my next story I have on the BF Live, other news or not so serious news, making our way to the top of the hour, almost finishing up our first hour of fun. It says, police say a pair took a New York City subway train on a joyride and crashed it, and they have arrested one teen, Scott. So look at these photos. Here's like the kind of the surveillance photos that they got. Now, I don't know, but that one on the side, on the left in the pink, looks like a dude with a wig on, right? I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm getting very masculine features out of this. But I'll read the article. It says, police have arrested a teen girl, and they say took an empty New York City subway train on a brief joyride before they crashed it and fled, Scott. It says they are looking for a male companion they believe was also pictured on the train. Surveillance photos released by the New York Police Department on Tuesday show one person dressed all in pink, including a pink shower cap, and another in a blue tank top. Police arrested the 17-year-old girl Wednesday around noon. They have charged her with criminal mischief and reckless endangerment. The pair boarded an unoccupied train parked at the Briarwood subway station in Queens just after midnight on September 12th and somehow got it running, police said in a news release. They crashed it into another parked train. So it sounded like they got into the train yard, Scott, and just got into a loose train and rode it as far as they could. They bashed it into another car and just ran and went on their way.
Right.
Sounds like it said it's unclear how much damage the prank caused and no injuries were reported. But I'm trying to figure out, is this a chosen girl? Like, which one of these is the girl? Is that shower cap? I don't know. That looks like maybe somebody is choosing to be a girl. But that certainly looks like a masculine face there. But yes. Don't take joyrides on trains, on subway trains. All right. I got one more story for you here, Scott. In this last story, buddy, we hear about this squatting all the time with people like just finding abandoned houses and kind of taking them over, Scott. You've heard these stories before, right?
Yep.
It's crazy. This one, here's another one. A little different angle, but similar thing. A complete stranger obtains a deed to a man's $4 million North Carolina home, Scott. So, you know, a lot of times we hear about squatting where the people they know that the place is empty and they'll just live in it so long they act like they have a right to it, right?
Yeah, I guess if you are on a residence for an X amount of time, like they can't just boot you off of it.
Yes, there are certain laws from state to state. There's like rent laws and things like that. And yeah, there's housing laws in certain states that it can vary. And some people get away with this stuff. But let's check out what happened with this one. This one says a North Carolina man claims that a woman he has never met before filed legal documents claiming ownership of his $4 million home and managed to obtain a deed to his property, Scott. So she got a deed. She didn't just squat in it, bro. She went the paperwork route.
Yeah.
This
Stars
talks
now.
about this says a Raleigh dentist, Dr. Craig Adams, recently learned that the 8,300 square foot home he has been living in for years is no longer in his name. Instead, it shows up in the name of a total stranger who allegedly filed a false warranty claim deed against the house and basically tried to steal it. Adams only learned that he apparently didn't own his property anymore after his neighbor called to ask him if he had sold it. And the neighbor informed him that a woman named Dawn Mangum had asked for gate access codes. Shockingly, the owner also presented what appeared to be a legal deed in her name. To Adam's surprise, the deed had indeed been legally obtained from the Register of Deeds and could not be revoked. So there's a picture of the home, Scott, right there. I see you all backstage. I'll be joining you in a second. So yeah, Scott, she kind of went the legal route. Well, it turns out, a lot of these people have to go through a process, but she has been charged with falsifying these, illegally falsifying these documents in trying to get this house, to try to get this deed, Scott, basically.
She didn't pick a $20,000 house. She went for the mansion.
$4 million. And what I read in this article, Scott, is that apparently there is no legal stature or any law that says that the county must go out and make sure that she was the actual deed holder, buddy. Like, anybody can just come.
Yeah.
Like, it's not. I can't believe that there's no legal obligation on you're registering with a legal government entity. So you figure there should be some confidence in the fact that they know who really owns it or not, right?
Right.
That's kind of the whole purpose of having a place to register deeds and everything. So
Yeah.
I can't believe that you can just go there, but she just kind of knowingly went there, knew that for whatever reason she could do this, but she's being charged with it and she's about to face a trial for it. So she tried to get a false deed on a $4 million property. All right, and with that, we got some guests backstage. I was going to try to fit some Cyke Labs in, but maybe we'll have to skip a little of that today. I'm going to adjust on the fly today because that was the BF Live other news, or the BF Live not so serious news. Making our way up to the 1 o'clock hour. We got 2 more hours of fun playing for you. Let's get on with it. I'm back over here now in my casual studio. You're watching BF Live. It's pretty much 1 o'clock. We got what 1 hour down, 2 hours to go right here on BF Live on Thursday show 151. I see our guests are backstage, so I think we're going to adjust on the fly here. Since Cyke said he really didn't make no new content, I would love showing more Cyke content, but I also love having some great new people here to talk to. So let's concentrate on that today. I met this guy. He's was cool enough to reach out to me and us, talking about Chris Abels, getting involved with us and Replayables and everything. And so we've got to know each other that way. And I understand he's got a new show. He's got all kinds of new friends. He's got a new friend named New Girl, and they got a new show coming on called Drag the Water. So they're both here now. So let me bring them both in. I'll click them twice, and it's JJ Dabbles and New Girl. Welcome to BF Live.
Hi. Hello. Sorry, Cyke.
Sorry, Cyke. What are you apologizing for off the bat? What are you doing?
Well, I like Cyke's work, and I said sorry for you. You're not playing his stuff.
That's okay. It's really my fault, and it's a good problem to have, buddy, because you could see I had that awesome opening chat family check-in. I couldn't even finish it today.
Yeah, it was long, and you know what? When you do that, sometimes you're reading ahead, so you're thinking that some chats mean other things. It's really funny to watch. I love that. Great
thanks,
party
man.
show.
Thanks, man. I get a mixed reaction on that, but I love reading everyone, and I love the vibe, and trying to get in on what you guys are talking about. Everybody's talking about in the chat, man. So how you guys doing today? I saw you guys popped on the air yesterday after you did Trainwreck in the morning, JJ.
We did. New Girl, you want to take that?
Yes, let's say.
Yeah, well, hi.
Hi. Let's say hi, New Girl. How you doing? Let's get JJ out there a second. Now, how you doing? We'll bring it back. Hi, New Girl. Nice to meet you. I'm Bobby Fran, BF. Do you know my co-host Scott Fitzpatrick over
I
there?
do. We met briefly last week on JBX.
Right. I tried to get her to show me her armpits.
Yeah.
She's not showing you enough right now. And let me compliment you on your top selection. I saw a similar kind of cut top when you did Trainwreck yesterday. So very nice indeed.
I took your advice and I kept mine covered.
There can only be one of us showing too much skin, so
I'm
we take it in turns.
I'm glad the right person showed up with the cleavage and not JJ. So there you go. But welcome to BF Live. It's good to meet you for the first time.
No, it's nice to finally be on.
Cool. Cool. Very good. So yeah. So JJ. So you did Trainwreck yesterday morning, and you had Cardiff Electric as your guest.
Yeah. It was a good time. And we had fake Tukey last week. We were trying to get 2K on yesterday with Cardiff to see if Helga would fall for it because she thought 2K was Tukey last week. So but he was working yesterday morning. So, but
well, let me say, I try to tune into Trainwreck when I can, and I certainly did that day. And I was surprised to see Cardiff Electric on there. But
really?
I heard that Carl gave you some guff about changing the name of Trainwreck. But I must say that Carl, and I said this yesterday, that you did a good job, my friend, because every time I watch that show, I'm like, JJ named this show appropriately. This show is a Trainwreck. It's a great name for that show.
Yeah, regarding the name, it was called That Reality Show, which is, I mean, just think of that name. It's a bad name. It sounds like it just doesn't sound like a good show. And then Helga would start the show and saying, "Welcome to blah blah blah," and go through like a 5-minute thing, right? And in that, she would say something about it being a train wreck. So I called it Trainwreck TV, but then found out there was a channel called Trainwreck TV that's got like 500 million thousand subs or whatever.
Yeah.
And so we changed it to the Trainwreck all within like 8 days. It wasn't like
It
was
is a very
months.
fitting name, though. It does fit very well.
Yeah,
It does, isn't it? Yeah, because that reality show could mean a lot of things. But when you watch that like I said, I watched that show and I'm like, this is the perfect name for this show. So yes, I've watched a couple episodes, and I was watching yesterday, and the pattern that I do notice with Helga, and I guess this is understandable, and is that like everybody else, you kind of end up interviewing Helga is what happens when you go on Trainwreck, right?
Yes.
That right, pretty much.
Yeah, New Girl's been a guest. Why don't you explain?
Yeah, well, the thing is with Helga, I think she's got so much to say. Whether it's the truth or not, that does not hold her back.
Yes.
And do you know what? I actually really enjoy it, though, because I love talking to old people because they do just tell you the same things over and over. But she is extremely sweet and has a lot of interesting stuff to say when it comes down to it. So, yeah, when I went on, I definitely know she had better things to say than I did. So,
yeah, somebody said in my chat yesterday that Lisa used to be the drummer for Eddie Money, and I'm like, I couldn't doubt it. I'm like, because I don't know I can't tell what's true and what's not.
We have no proof of this.
a TV movie about her life would be incredible.
That would be funny. So yeah, it was funny seeing Cardiff and Lisa and all you guys mix it up yesterday. It was a lot of fun on there. But
well, thanks for watching, buddy.
Yeah, absolutely, no problem, man. And I know I don't know if you know this, but I attempted to have Cardiff Electric on my show the same day, and I didn't know that you had to schedule him that day. I was attempting to have him pop.
Is that why you were saying that earlier about him?
Yes, that's why I was saying FTP.
We were scheduled for the last like 2 weeks already for that day.
Look, that's fine, and I'm half picking at Cardiff and half just running with what's the crumbs that are left behind for me. But I reached out to him like last Friday and I said, hey, it'd be cool if you could come on and do this and whatever. He got back to him and he says, I'm not 100% sure if I can make it. I'll let you know the day of. And he never let me know, and he never showed up and all. So I decided somebody triggered me by saying that yesterday was National Potato Week because I wasn't even going to bring it up at all. And as soon as
yesterday was National Potato Week.
Yeah, potato ones, potato
all day
week or whatever. But it triggered me like Niagara Falls. Slowly I turned. Like I heard the fucking word potato and I went off. So he's been a good guy to me, but I'm definitely going to have fun razzing him about it,
Yeah, of course. And he'll take it in stride.
I sent him a message about, he did get back to me yesterday. I sent Scott the copy of the message that I sent to him. He apologized. He said, sorry, I got called out, today, couldn't make the show. And I said, that's okay. I'm not upset or anything. I'll just go back to licking this barrel of this gun over here.
Cardiff is a very nice guy, especially behind the scenes. He tries to help people and all the time. So he didn't, nothing is ever malicious.
I know. I realize that.
Keep that in mind. Yeah.
But we're gonna keep it fun and keep it 100%. Yep. So JJ, you're I know you're excited about hockey season starting back up, right?
Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm. Got your jersey thing on, doing your thing.
Yeah, my Devils. We got a couple of guys down already. Luke Hughes and Simon Nemec, the two rookie defensemen, are not starting the season, so already problems. But what are you gonna do?
Mm-hmm. And what do you know from a hockey? Do you follow sports, anything, a New Girl, or what
I am a football, or should I say soccer fan, major football fan.
He likes hockey too.
Well, I'm trying to get into hockey. There is a few local hockey teams to me, and I'm gonna go
Tell
watch
them which one.
It's the Devils from Wales. So
The
yeah, I'm gonna
Cardiff
go
Devils are
Cardiff
local
Devils.
to
I'm gonna
her.
go and watch them soon. So there's like an ice rink not far from me, so I'm gonna go and watch that. So hopefully I can get into it. But I have been to Canada. I watched baseball. That was a good time. But I think it's more just because it's drinking, isn't it? You just sit and drink with your friends
That's,
when
yeah,
you're
that's
there. There
right.
wasn't
What you do,
much
you
going on
people,
the
when you go
field,
out,
but
you people watch and you drink and all that stuff when you go out to the
Yeah.
stadium and everything. So you have interest in the Dabbleverse, new girl? Like, how did you get to know like everybody like over here in the States and all this kind of craziness we're involved in?
So I got onto WATP first. I think that's a gateway for a lot of people these days. But yeah, they covered a podcast that I watched, and then I kind of just fell into the deep, deep dark hole that is the Dabbleverse. And then I did a little show, and JJ saw me and he dropped me a message and just said like, do you want to come on the train wreck? And then since then, it's just been an absolute whirlwind. I did Trucker Andy's podcast, and I've jumped on with a few people here and there. So yeah, it's been good. I do enjoy the Dabbleverse, but I'm slowly kind of drifting more outwards to all the like podcast adjacent shows. So
Sure.
yeah,
Sure. Well, that's good, and that's why you're here today, I guess. That's cool.
Yes.
Yep. All right.
I am having a drink today, by the way. I've got no work tomorrow, so I'm a few beers deep.
Well, it's
What are you-
later
you-
for her. It's 6
Right, it
o'clock
is. You're
over
like
there.
5 hours ahead. I'm on the East Coast over here in the United States, so you're like 5 hours ahead over there, right?
Yeah.
I have coffee and she's drinking alcohol.
Yeah, sounds a bit right for us.
We don't judge here on BF Live. I'd be doing other stuff if I wasn't doing the show. So there you go. so now you guys are about to start your friend. It's called Drag the Water, right? Drag the Waters.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so, what is if you want to like, what do you think the premise? What are you guys going to cover? What do you think the premise of the show is going to be?
All right. So basically, what we're going to do is every week we have a different category. Like our first week's going to be dumb criminals, and I'm going to bring a few stories from local to me, and JJ's got some from him, and we discuss it, maybe watch some clips, compare things like the punishment, because obviously we have very different judicial systems. So we're just going to go over things like that and just see the differences really between the two places and the kind of people and the things that go on in the areas. So it's basically just looking at the differences between the two countries and having a bit of a laugh while we do it.
Yeah, I think that's great because what they say about us in England, we're separated by a common language, and that I saw some clips of you guys talking about some different terms that you might use over in England than we use here in the States and all,
Yeah, there's a lot of them.
Pubs.
What's that, JJ?
It was the pubs, right? The pubs video.
Oh yeah, I did see the pubs video. Yeah, I like the names of the pubs. Yeah, I like that.
Oh, I have another one with street names. That's going to be even better. I've got there's a lot of very rude street names over here.
We have great ideas lined up for the next few weeks or so. We have bad birthdays because my birthday's coming up. We're gonna do bad birthdays. That's another topic.
Yeah.
So.
And speaking about you, how are you doing, buddy? Because you've kind of let it known out there that you've been dealing with some health issues online and everything. You doing okay?
I am alive today.
Yeah.
So as long as I'm breathing, I'm doing okay. I did get some, not the best news yesterday after some, all the stuff I went through earlier in the week. Not something I'm going to discuss here, but I'm keeping it positive. So don't worry about me. I'll be all right. I'll be here. I'll be here.
I've told you privately, you're a freaking machine, bro, because I know you have many health. Isn't he, new girl? I know this guy has many more health difficulties than he leads on, and you can kind of read between the lines. And the fact that you go from posting in a hospital bed one day to being on a freaking camera the next day, bro, I don't know if that's something I'd be doing so fast. So I give you big props privately for doing that, man. I don't know where you get your drive or your energy from, bro, but I admire it, and keep that shit up, man.
I appreciate that. I really do appreciate that, Bobby. Thank you.
Nah, hell, man. Yeah, because I know you're going through some shit, man. You're doing your thing. Yeah. So when is your time frame for this show? What do you think you're going to present? Is it going to be like late night hours? What do you got to feel for that? You're going to find your way as you go.
This has been probably the hardest thing about anything we've done.
Sure.
We're trying to work between our 5-hour time difference and then also everybody else's shows.
Yeah.
So, we don't want to try and like slot in where other people are, because I think we share quite the same small audience of people that other people do. So yeah, we've really been struggling to find a good spot, but I think at the minute we're thinking Thursdays at what time was it? I forgot.
At Thursday, we were gonna do Wednesdays at 11 leading into you, but now we're gonna do Thursdays at 11 leading into you.
All right, that's cool. Yeah, we can do that. We'll work some stuff out together. We'll let people know to watch this and watch that and all that stuff. Yeah, and you're right, New Girl, because I don't believe anybody really owns a time slot, but it's really more challenging anymore, even within our orbit, not to like overlap with people.
Yeah.
But you know, me and JJ have talked about that privately. It's a good strategy when you can to avoid overlapping, but you know, nobody really owns a time slot, and you're not always going to avoid it. But Thursday sounds like a good time slot. But yeah, it's almost impossible to find a slot where our friends aren't doing shows anymore. You know?
Yeah, but I think we might have hit the right spot at the minute, but we shall see. No, something else will pop up before then.
Yeah. With anything I've learned from doing this stuff is that you go on air and you'll find your spot and you'll find your natural spot. You might do it and go, hey, this is real good, or hey, people are saying it might work out better in this slot. So I'm looking forward to like seeing your new show. But I love like English slang for stuff. I like the words you all use for stuff. Like I grew up watching that old thing called Cell Block H, that old soap opera, and they would call cigarettes fags and all that stuff. And I was younger.
Yeah, we still do that to this day. I thought it would kind of stop with the way we live in the world now, the PC of everything.
Yeah.
But no, we still say I'm going for a fag. Like that is still what we
And they say it here too in America, but it just means something different.
Hi-oh, yeah. Or call somebody like a wanker, all that stuff. I just
wanker.
love
I actually love listening to Americans say the word wanker.
I've been trying to get the accent down, but I can't.
Look, I don't even have an American accent. I have a regional accent, so mine sounds really funny. I might sound real funny to you. You wanker.
No, it's great though, and the word cunt seems to be very
cunt.
Yeah, it's very controversial amongst the Americans.
It's very controversial.
I've noticed that too, because we have Scottish friends on here as well as people from UK, and you guys throw that around liberally. Like cunt, you don't mean like an asshole, like a dumbass or something like that. You're being a dork. You're being an ass or something like that.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's a very common word. I must use it daily.
I was telling her yesterday that my mother would slap me across the face if I said that word around a woman or her in general. My mother would just slap me right across the face.
Even if you told her the context, no, Mom, I meant it like the English. I don't care how you meant that stuff.
There's no time to give context. You already.
I got my filthy mouth from my mother, so she can't complain.
I learned it from listening to you, Mom. That's right.
Yeah.
I saw you yesterday, New Girl, in a clip that I was watching. Maybe it was your live you were talking about. When you were talking about like having a tea or having a spot of tea or something like that.
A spot of tea.
Have a spot of tea and stuff like tea, and you were talking about tea, and sometimes that tea is dinner. That can be actually dinner for you.
Yes, so
I just learned this. Oh my god!
Yeah, the north and the south of England are very divided on this. This is like a big regional thing. But our 3 meals a day in the north, we call it our breakfast, dinner, and tea. And the south, they call it breakfast, lunch, and dinner. But yeah, we call it tea time. So it's like your 6 p.m. meal.
Right. So we have our regional kind of things over here as well as you have them over there. But I thought that was something. And you made the comment about how you so often cook tea that you have like a kettle ready on the stove all the time. You couldn't believe that when you look in American houses, you really didn't see kettles.
Like my kettle gets used consistently all day, even if it's just when I'm cooking and I need boiling water. Like a kettle, it can boil a ton of water in like a minute instead of putting it on a stove. It just makes no sense to me to put it on a stove, and the kettles are so cheap as well that you can get one for like £6.
And I heard you were almost horrified that people were saying that they prepare their tea with microwave water, and you were like, oh look, she's a guest. Look,
blasphemy, absolute blasphemy. Honestly, it makes me sick when I see TikToks of Americans making a cup of tea. Oh my god, I lose my mind. My grandfather would be he'd be curling in his grave.
We're gonna do a video where she's going to walk me through making tea, and I'm gonna try and do the proper tea making process while she's telling me how to do it, or something along those lines.
You want to have a proper tea dinner, have a proper spot of tea.
Yeah, but I didn't know that they called tea the food tea, so I was like, wait, you're gonna eat tea? That's what I said to her privately. I literally said, you're eating tea? What, like you can eat the tea leaves? I didn't understand. I'm very stupid.
Have a proper tea. Have a proper
tea. Yes.
I don't know if that's the right verbiage though. But yeah, when I was growing up, we used to have like the teapot that used to whistle. It had the little hole in it, and it would whistle, and you would hear it throughout the house. I used to like that when I was a kid.
Yeah, that is very nostalgic. Like I would love one of them just for the aesthetic purposes, but no, convenience is key, especially when you drink as many brews as I do.
So that's not what you were talking about? One of those?
No, an electric kettle that just it sits on
Oh,
a
so
little
you
base.
now you want it to be electric, not old school. I thought you were talking about old school, like he was talking about.
Yeah, me too. I thought that's what you said. You're talking about like a urn where you could just dispense the water out hot at your leisure.
What was that,
No.
Bobby?
Kettle. Oh, he's got a tea bag up there. Look, he's tea bagging it up there. Scott is
Woo!
the master right here. He's tea bagging it.
Thank you, Scott. Right on time. You're in the perfect position.
Sorry.
Yeah, where are you placing that tea bag? What are you doing there?
That's a what's that called? A Roman soldier helmet.
Yeah.
Depending on how you lay it. Depending on what.
Yeah, basically.
Yep. All right.
Scott's props.
I'm starting to blush.
What are you blushing about? Let's see what everybody's saying in the chat, guys. There's a lot of chat activity today.
Yeah, I think a lot of it's got issues with my jacket because it keeps falling off my shoulder. It's got a very right. Just to clarify, it has a very, very heavy hood, so it like pulls back constantly. So everyone's wondering why it's falling off my shoulders.
Okay,
But
you're
it's got a
really-
heavy hood.
All right. Let's see what everybody's up to. I threw you guys links in the chat today. So there's New Girl on Twitter X if you want to
Thank
catch up
you.
with her on there. There's also right there the Drag the Waters YouTube page.
This is where we need to get over 500. Last night, JBX, I helped get him over his 500. We need to get to our 500. Also, we're at like 380. The channel is very new, obviously. So if you guys don't subscribe, a lot of you guys already do. I understand, but if you don't, please help us out and sub. Thank you.
Yeah, and check again because JJ is a prolific guy. You can tell just from this conversation. He does train wreck. He does shows with New Girl and does shows on his own and stuff. You're definitely going to get some great entertainment. It doesn't cost
And other
anything at
stuff,
all.
yeah.
So click on that link right there and help him get up to 500 as fast as we can on YouTube. That would be really great.
Thank you.
That's a bonnet. I don't know what we're talking about. That's a bonnet or a hat. It was cremated. Scott, you're going to need to help BF push his desk back forward after the show. It's heavy. Yeah, we have to do that one.
He can't lift it with it. Yeah, forget it.
Can't do that. It has to be right. And so, houses. I'm trying to catch up with some of the about you guys rather than read every one of them. Adverse possession. Below me checks in and says, "Great show, thanks." Well, thank you, Below me. Why don't you just below me? Thank you for the $5. Below me. FTP for the potato. DODT. Unfortunately, those are over now. I want to see where we get up to. We're having our own conversation in here. We're talking about the registered deed. Well, is that Below me checks in again and says, "Great show. Thanks for being Buffalo." And Below me. Welcome to the show today. Let's see. Trying to get up to some of these comments about what's going on here.
I just found you guys.
Oh yeah, go ahead, Scott.
I just found the train. I just found you guys a show a day or two ago. It comes on way early though, don't it?
Yeah, well, those are elderly trans women who start calling and texting me at 6 a.m. We're ready. Well,
I'll be
you know what?
watching the replays.
I have kids. I have all this. They have no respect for anything going on.
They're not very good with boundaries.
On the other end of, they just sit in a chair and wait while I'm doing a million things, and I'm getting bossed around basically. But it's worth it in the end.
I like the timer on Lisa because when it gets near 10 o'clock, she's going, "Yeah, it's got about 10 o'clock. We're going to go off to a coffee shop."
Well,
now.
let me
We
tell
gotta
you a
go get some
secret.
coffee.
That is a good impression, man.
Yeah.
The show.
I'm gonna give you a secret right here on BF Live. If Lisa is not on the show, because Helga does it but on her own, she will sabotage the show on purpose. She purposely
she just comes into the room and
she starts coming in and starts yelling and starts
Yeah.
and ruins the flow of what's going on the show and she does it on purpose. I know this. This is a fact.
Hell,
And
I'm falling. I can't get up. Come get me.
She did that once. She similar.
See, I knew it. She does
similar.
that passive aggressive shit, doesn't she?
Yes.
Hey,
There's a lot of passive aggressive shit going
on the floor over here. Come on, Helga.
Yeah, I could hear the door creak. They don't have any WD-40 in the house, so the door creaks, and I know it's about to happen. So I've leaned into it. You know how I do things. I mean, if you watch the show before, I lean into all that stuff. I have to. So the train wreck is usually a little bit of a wreck that's polished in a way.
Yeah.
It's a polished turd, but I try my best.
Yeah, Scott's been picking up on it. Go ahead, Scott.
I watched a replay of when Potato was on, and I thought there was some close call. I thought you guys was going to catch a little. almost seen the dresses. The dress is a little short and some zoom in.
There were some close Lisa upskirt shots.
Woo.
Yeah, I know. Nothing I can do. I have no control of their camera.
She was the sex appeal of the show, though, so she's got to keep them short.
Have you seen Lisa when she was a man? I have the picture.
Hot.
When Lisa was a man, she was a buff fucking dude.
She was hot as fuck.
Yeah, I mean, you guys got to see this
for
shit.
Eddie Money. Take me home tonight. Come on.
Take me. I can't do the voice. Why don't you sing it?
Helga, take me home tonight. Let's see. Space Nerds. Indeed, they can see Dallas. Matt's got the eyes going on over here. So there's at least 2 good reasons to watch Drag the Waters. Now he's picking up on it.
That's my husband.
I'm not one of them.
Brian Kowalczyk says the dirty old man meter just went up to 200. Oh, now we're getting into him. Blumber's laughing. 2K is the best. So you know 2K then. I know he's been on our show before too.
2K is the man. He's right here. He's in. Oh, I know he's not. I forgot. He's not here. Emrub is here.
2K. Oh, he's in here? Okay. Holy free holy, says Blummel's defense lawyer. FTP. There's the new girl. All the links are running. BF is on target. Thank you. Douche of the Dabbleverse. Blummel's the same. Please so down. I'm almost there.
Keep it towards the top, Blummel.
Don't be handling your wanker while watching BF live. Hey, don't do it. Sometimes my English accent slips into Australian a little bit sometimes.
That's how that always happens.
Yeah, it happens to a lot of people, though.
Well, Australians are just English criminals.
Good thing. Yeah, English penal colony. You're not wrong. Do we know what years Lisa played for Eddie Money Studio or Live?
None of them.
Helga, take me home tonight. Come on. Helga and the Angry Inch.
Yeah.
That's right. Helga and the Angry Inch. Terry Nee says the house showed up foreclosed in error. She did an Abels on him. Yes, talking about that story we did on the BF Live News. Yes, my boy Chris Abels is into that. Mrs. Ween and I got to see an amazing production of Hedwig a few years ago.
They've done that in Manhattan many times. I've seen that as well.
Yeah. Did you hear about that train story about that train being stolen? That New York City train? Like apparently they went in the subway yard and stole a train and like crashed it up or something. I know you're kind of up in that region. I don't know if you heard that or not.
I actually didn't.
Yeah.
I've been a little busy the past few days. Did it happen in the last few days?
A little bit, yeah, I did it just a couple of days ago.
Yeah, so I kind of probably missed it. Yeah.
Probably. Gash is saying howdy, everyone.
Hey, Gashes.
Carters have always been cool to me. Love that potato. He is cool.
Space Chief, hope you're doing well.
And Space Chief, if he wasn't cool, I wouldn't feel comfortable enough about poking at him with the old FTP kind of thing. That's the truth right there. I really, I respect Blumel. I mean, excuse me, there's Blumels right there. The Angry Inch. That's what you meant to say. Yeah, I respect Cardiff, but he knows how the game's played. No, we're having fun with it. Hey now, Gashes from Live Ween. Uncle Jack checks in and says, Cardiff, the Rumble guy.
The Rumble guy.
Jack. Yeah, he forgot. Like he got kicked off of YouTube, and he forgot how it is to act up on this level. I was going to go there too, but hey, what's up, Uncle Jack? How you doing? The Douche of the Dabbleverse says, I love the movie. I first saw it in the theater in Atlanta 21. Blumel says, are we going to have to do the time warp again?
Time warp again. What's up, Space Chief?
Gash is getting the love and the cheers, the skull from the Duke of the Dabbleverse. Tottenham, Space Nerd.
Tottenham. No, I support Chelsea. They're like my football team. It's their rival team. Well, one of them, Tottenham. This shit. Fuck Tottenham.
All right, now in English, please.
That's what I say to her all the time. I say, can you say that in real English?
When I get carried away, you won't understand a word I'm saying.
I'm telling you, yeah. So what?
Even in text,
just without saying Tottenham, what is your favorite team?
Chelsea.
Chelsea or Chelsea?
Chelsea.
Oh, I did. I said it very. You said Chelsea.
I thought it was Manchester, so I pretended. Okay, I'm gonna root for Manchester, right? She's like, no, Chelsea. I'm like, all right, I guess Chelsea is football club, right? CFC.
Yeah.
We have greetings from Hot Atlanta coming in from the Reverend Wild Bill from Atlanta, Georgia. What up, Bill from Live Ween? Up, Hoya Wild Bill, and can I get a Hoya? Hoya from Space Nerd.
Can I get a Hoya?
All right, we'll do
it. We're teaching her about hockey.
Hoya.
I am, at least.
You teach her
I
about
like
hockey?
big men ramming into each other, so it'll be a sport I enjoy.
You might like more than hockey then. Let me see. Let's see. Big men ramming into each other. Let's see. Saturday's preseason starts. Fuck yeah. Devils suck and go Pens. Cyke is in here. Cyke, he's a Pittsburgh Penguins.
What's up, Cyke? Yo, the Pittsburgh Penguins jersey was ruined by Fanatics. They put the stripe on the back is now like it's not straight. It looks stupid. I don't like it. Sorry, buddy.
There you go. There's your criticism of that. Live Ween, I was on BYB with Corniff last night, and he didn't use a filter. It was weird. Oh, really? Space Nerd Hoya from the Red Wild Bill, trying to get her and the son in hockey. That accent is killing me.
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
I do. I got
My accent isn't that hot, Blummel. Calm down.
Talking about your accent, you knucklehead. Talking about her accent. Yeah, I got a little thing for a nice English accent.
I didn't know that.
Well, mine's northern. Everyone, when you think of English accents, everyone always thinks of like a posh
That's
southern
why it's
accent.
better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm a bit
I
rough
agree.
on that.
I like yours. I don't think if it was overly proper, I don't think I would like it as much.
I don't think it'd suit me very well either.
I like the free flow of the way you talk.
Yeah, the northern accent is much better. Now that I know the difference.
Killing me in a good way. Blum was the
Oh,
first
there
word.
we go.
No, there you go. Yeah, I knew what he was relating to. My kind of gal says, "Douche of the Dabbleverse." Bobby, turn your mic up. You're always saying that. Let me see. At least two arguments to watch Drag Water, presented by New Girl. Exactly. Two good reasons to watch right here. Douche of the Dabbleverse, me too. Live Ween says, I got a Pantera song stuck in my head every time I see Drag the Water.
Yes, that is our opening
Drag
song.
the water some more. Yep.
Oh, she's on Drag the Waters podcast, ? I haven't listened to that, but I will check it out, and that's why they're here.
We have a lot of clips up, and we also did a show that was just, it wasn't a regular show. It was just a warm-up, but we did one yesterday, so check it out. Yeah, it was fun. We had a good time. We got some good feedback from some people, even though it was just random. It's pretty good.
That was fun. And I think, and you probably know yourself by now, JJ. Sometimes you can prep your ass off for these shows, and they may or may not go the way you execute them. And sometimes you hardly do any prep, and they're some of the best shows you ever did. Right?
Yeah, we did no prep, and just talking and gaining chemistry. We're trying to do that a lot before we start the show. Just working on that. So that's why we did that, because we did have a show scheduled this week, but I was in the hospital. She had a little thing, so we wanted to be fully prepared for show one. So we just did a random live instead.
And we just like hanging out, talking to the chat as well. So
yeah, it's fun. I could spend the whole show just talking to the chat, and I do that a lot of times.
You do, yes.
So as far as you're going to do Drag the Waters, but New Girl, do you have any interest in like starting up your own YouTube? Do you have your own YouTube? Are you going to go?
I will be totally honest with you. I never wanted to be on YouTube. This is all JJ's fault.
Really?
Well, no, I got dragged into doing a little show a while ago, and it wasn't for me. It didn't work. And then JJ brought me on, and now I kind of didn't realize how much I enjoyed it. But I'll be honest, I think I just like coming on to everybody else's and having fun. I have a business. I work full time, and I don't think I'd be able to actually create a good enough show without JJ. Anyway, JJ does all the legwork. I give him all the props completely. Yeah. But yeah, I am not technically inclined or anything. I think I'm just here for the laugh, for the fun. I will go on any show anytime.
Really looking to
wait, she won't go on any show anytime. That's not true, by the way.
Yeah, well.
No, you won't.
The boss has spoken.
Oh,
I'm not the boss.
Well,
you might as well be.
You have a great partner in there, and I look forward to seeing what you guys can do, because I think there could be a lot of fun and content in between talking about all the differences between the states and the way you all live over. I think that's a lot of fun to be had there.
Yeah.
Well, I'm looking for. We're gonna do a like a snack wars kind of episode as well, which should be quite fun. So we're gonna send some snacks to each other and try them out. So
that's cool.
Yeah,
See, that's the great stuff, because I know there are can be some tremendous differences between what is considered a snack for us, right? I don't know if you want to be setting like cannabis edibles necessarily internationally there, JJ. Maybe
no, I'm not going to be doing that.
Exactly, not doing that. Not some of that stuff. But so what type of things do you think you're going to send JJ? What are you looking forward to sending him to have him try on the air?
Well, the basics of like chocolates and you call them cookies, we call them biscuits, but like things like tea bags, so we can make like a proper cup of English tea and baked beans and just like silly things like that. Like, because a lot of the time, even if you have the same thing they're made with totally different ingredients, so they taste totally different.
Yeah.
So we've got a few more laws when it comes to what we put in our food.
Yes.
So,
I understand that, yeah.
Luckily.
And then you have like crisp. You don't call chips chips. You call them crisp. I have a bag
Yeah,
of crisp, right?
fries are chips, and
Yes.
yeah, we call them crisps. I'm bad for a crisp. A crisp sandwich, that's like an English staple. We'd literally just get bread, loads of butter, and a packet of crisps. It's disgusting.
And JJ, I'll ask you, like, what are some of the American things that you like to send somebody that isn't familiar with and try to get her reaction on
It's
air?
a
You got
little
anything in
harder.
mind?
It's a little harder. So I'm not really sure, to be honest with you. We haven't really. I think in England they have a lot of the stuff that we have. It's just we don't have a lot of the things that they have. Like there's special English stores here where they sell the candies and all that stuff. But there's not one near me, so I'm not going to. Anyway, I'd rather her send it. I'm gonna send something, but I don't know yet. I mean I have to send her some other things anyway. So there's a package going there either way. So we got to talk about that. What do you think, new girl? You got anything?
Well, like you say, I've been to Canada, which obviously it's not America, but it's very similar, and I didn't see anything over there that I can't get here. So yeah, it
so
is
it's harder on my
a lot
end.
more difficult. Probably be drinks more than anything. Like
You
you have
must-
a lot of different kind of drinks than we have.
Okay, yeah, because like you said, I guess there can be differences even in some of the American stuff because maybe you might get Hershey's chocolate or something over there, but maybe they don't allow some of the ingredients that we get away with over here. So maybe there are some similar things that you could send the American version over to her to see if it tastes right. That might be just an idea.
Yeah, I can feel my body full of them toxins that you put in.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's what's unfortunate about it. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Not
you're
really
not
the
wrong about
best.
that. And I've done other shows about that, how it seems like we just kind of let all kind of food dyes and everything in our food and all. And I've noticed that other countries are not.
Listen,
necessarily
some of the chicken in the chicken sandwiches that people eat every day are made with 80% of man-made like chemicals.
Oh yeah.
So
maybe.
it's disgusting. But I am going to be sending her our first keychains. These are the Drag the Waters keychains. John Melendez, if you're watching, you see that keychain, John Melendez?
Got a keychain.
I ordered these and then I got them.
Whoa,
Okay.
what a concept.
Wow.
How did you do that yourself? You ordered
Amazing.
them and you got them. I should show you
Holy
mine.
shit.
It's sitting over there, but they gave out Tonight Show keychains at DabbleCon. the Tonight Show keychain.
Oh, I'd love to go to DabbleCon.
Go there, Scott.
What is bangers and mash?
Hey.
Bangers and mash?
Sausage and mashed potatoes.
Sausage.
Yeah, that's what we call sausages, bangers.
Yeah, because the mash part you get, but the bangers is like, bang. Yeah. I wonder
Usually it's like bed of mashed potatoes, sausages, and loads of gravy on the top. But yeah, it's just bangers and mashed sausages.
There you go. Good question, Scott. Where I got the nickname, the Great Southern Trendkill. Like being the same. Awesome. Hard to concentrate, Scott.
Blummel says he's spoiled to live in New York City and there's no shortage of awesome pizza. I live in New York as well. He's absolutely right. But Helga will tell you that it's Connecticut that has the best pizza. But no, it's New York, New Jersey, and then Connecticut. Let's just get it straight.
Not Chicago, no.
No, Chicago's not even in the conversation.
Well, I know. I thought, yeah, when you know already, new girl. Talking to some New York people are very passionate about their pizza, aren't they? You figured that out.
And
already.
bagels. We go up against Montreal. Montreal says they have the best bagels. No.
I hear the locals say that it's because of the water that you have in the New York area, and that no one else can match the water. And my understanding is that there's some pizza places in other states
they get the water shipped in. Yeah.
That's right. That you know where I was going, new girl.
Well,
Exactly. They get the water shipped in from New York.
There's an Umberto's in South Florida, in Hallandale Beach, Florida. Umberto's of Long Island, it's called, and they have the water shipped from the Umberto's that's like around the block from me right here. They have they have everything shipped down there from here, but it's still. Maybe I don't know how water works in that way, but maybe it gets stale or some shit. I don't know, but it doesn't taste the same anyway. It really doesn't work that well.
You don't think you're a little biased or anything? Just a little? No,
well, I'm saying they're bringing all the New York water and stuff, but it's still doesn't. It's not the same. It's not the same still. But it is what it is. Yeah, bundle of sticks.
Thunder Horse. Live Ween checks in with their 2-month membership and says, BF, your bike is a bit low. Thanks, pal. Thank you. Oh, well, let me try to proper modulation. I have been cutting it back down on the last days because some days I get a lot of distortion. I get too close to my stuff. So let's see. Live Ween checks in and is a sponsor. Thanks for everybody for sponsoring up here on BF Live, membering up. You don't think Bobby knows what he
should I put the eagle mask on?
I do have it low on purpose, so I'll accept some feedback about my level zone. What are you changing now?
No, I was gonna. I had an eagle mask, but you sound fine to me.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I want papa modulation. I want to be loud but not over modulated. He does. Be a nice dude. Gets potted up. Yep. FTP. You're right. It's hard to find a good time. Let's see what we can get into. Hoya, everyone from the lovely Mandy Diff checking in.
Blummel, no way. Thank you, Mandy
Mandy.
Diff. Hey, Mandy.
They call police officers. I'm going to say bobbies over there, not boobies.
Yeah, bobbies.
See,
Bobbies.
I'm going to say
Quite
that.
old school that though. It's not said as much these days.
Is it? Do you call? What do you just
Yeah.
call them nowadays? Coppers or what? Police?
Yeah, the cops, the busies, the coppers.
Mm-hmm.
You don't call them 5-0 or 12 or
Well, the kids call it the 5-0, but
I will point out the Freudian slip in the spelling of booby police officers, not bobbies. He wrote boobies.
I didn't even notice that.
I will point out that Freudian slip in
from
the
Widow
spelling.
Killer.
From Widow Killer. What's up? We say, I'm going for an atom in the U.S. I'm going for an atom. Did we say that?
No.
I don't say that. I don't say that.
I think
I'm
it was.
sorry.
I think it was a joke that had to do with what we were saying at the time.
Okay, true.
Probably.
I'm sorry, I'm mesmerized by her intelligence. Your intelligence
I am
is
too.
showing. Quant says Brian Kowalczyk. Hey, Mandy Diff.
All of them.
Space Nerd says, I'm so happy people flow free flow cunt these days. I've been using it a lot. Thanks, Mike Morse. Mandy's getting the love from Live Ween. Cyke says, fuck the boobies then? Wait a minute, LOL. I'm not sure what that means. Fuck the bobbies then. There we go. Okay, Deuce of the Dabbleverse, thank you, bro, for the $5 generous super chat. Saying, hi, honey bunny. I should be home in time for dinner. Oh, what's up, JJ and BF?
This is my Dabbleverse husband.
What's up, Douche of the Dabbleverse? So are you really like tuned into any of this like Stuttering John stuff so much? I know you kind of hear the name a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I was for quite a long time. I can't lie, these past few months, I have totally just
Mm-hmm.
like it's melted my brain. I've had enough of a lot of it now. I'd watch John's every show, but now I just rely on Clippers for everything.
Same.
Yeah, I don't think I watch any shows anymore. Like I listen to WATP, but that's just because it's in podcast form. When I'm at work. But yeah, no, I don't watch it. I don't watch much of it. I think it's got too much. I think when all the recordings happened and all that stuff it kind of got a bit creepy for me then. I think everyone's taking it a little bit too far. It's gone from like fun on the internet to like just fucking with people's lives completely. So it's the fun's kind of out of it a little bit for me.
Good take on that. I agree with it 100% too. When you go beyond just taking playful jabs at each other on shows, and now you're going into people's personal lives, and now you're into litigation and involving the law, that's not what any of this shit is about to me. And that to me, right, JJ? I mean, that's just going too far. Like, what? That's not even what we're here for, I don't think. So
no, I don't like all the John's kids stuff as well. Like for me, they're just these like poor kids who've had a shitty fucking dad and know they're getting all the repercussions of
and they have lots of signs of trauma.
But there's a lot of weird people in this Dabbleverse that take things too far and like cross lines that do not need to be crossed. So I'm kind of just like, it's just background noise to me. You know, I'll look for the big updates, but no, I'm kind of taking a break from it all.
Yeah, and the Clippers are, like you said, the Clippers, I do use the Clippers as well. They're a great thing. My Lost Interest and Real Media Player does some for that Aaron guy, Steel Toe.
Doom, I check Doom's channel every day when I wake up. It's the first one I go to,
Yeah, great Clippers. Stalin 19. There's some.
Stalin, yes, definitely.
I love all those Clippers because you don't have to feel like you're giving those people like a legitimate view, but you get to keep up on everything, and it's
that's why I snipe John.
Put down. That's why you snipe John.
Yeah, I do. Whenever I'm home and John's on, I snipe him, and we get, we take like 160, 170 followers from him, or viewers from him. So
yeah, and see that, and there's all kind of levels. Like I don't, like you said, I keep up, new girl. Like I don't really feel like the need to go out there and be engaged and let John know that I'm there and kind of get in his crawl or anything. But I do I know, yeah, that's what I'm saying, JJ. There's different levels of this. Some people like to participate and be in John's face. I like just kind of standing back and watching it from that perspective and kind of, in amazement of all of this stuff and reporting on it, basically.
Yeah, I think the Steel Toe stuff's ruined it for me now, though. Like, I'm so done.
Now I gotta have your take on Steel Toe because I mean you hear him out there. What is your take on this guy?
I just think he's boring, and I don't understand why everyone's trying to make him a thing. He's fucking
you.
boring. The fact that Carl's covering him now, like that has just ruined it for me. He's not funny. Like, let's leave fucking MLO and all them lot to their shit. Like, that's that part of the world. Why has it got to come into this? He's boring. He doesn't do anything of interest. Who gives a fuck if he's a shitty husband? I think half the people in the Dabbleverse are probably fucking shitty husbands. Nobody cares. Like, the best thing was watching him get cuckolded, but you know, like, other than that, what fun is there? Like, his wife fucked someone else, right? No, that's over. Can we move on, please? He's fucking boring.
He's using it like John to his advantage now. And like I told people, every day you go to John's show and give him money, he wins. And now Aaron is winning.
At least people are giving John money. I don't think Steel Toe
Well,
gets
I'm
money.
saying he's using it not the money part, but in the John area, if every day that people were sending money to John, he was winning, in my opinion. And then with Aaron, every day people are putting his name and face out there. He loves attention, so that's what he wants.
Like, John does provide content for a lot of people, and he is, you know, the main point of this Dabbleverse. So I don't begrudge people sending him money. Like, he's not making big bucks off this. He's making enough to live, right? So what difference is it going to make if we all boycott sending John money? It would mean that he's not there.
He would have flipped out and went nuts that not $1 was sent
people
to
were looking
him.
for the reaction more,
and it would have been amazing.
Trying to necessarily taking broke or anything.
I don't know what half the shows would do if Sutter and John did actually stop and disappear.
Yep.
Like, they, you know, a few shows would have other things to fall back on. But what happened? He went and everyone jumped on Steel Toe, and it's been fucking awful. Like, I don't begrudge John getting $2 insults. Like, it is what it is.
Yeah. And that's why I'm so happy about this show, because like you said, once that Stuttering John shit goes away, a lot of guys are going to be left like not having anything to do or anything to talk about. That's why I like talking about a little bit, just talking about him, not just being 100% John focused.
Yeah, just bringing him up in conversation. Yeah.
Well, our show is not John related at all, by the way.
No, I mean, there will definitely be references and probably some John drops, because there are some.
There are John drops. Yeah, I have.
But you can't base your entire thing around one person.
Right.
Well, I mean, you can, but. Yeah, it's not. There's enough John.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with playing the elements that are out there, but not just doing be John content all the time.
John
you don't have to do that all the time.
The best quote there. There's enough John.
Space Nerd, Uncle Jack is letting Space Nerd too. Says, I love cunt too. How you doing, Uncle Jack? Space Nerd?
Oh, Uncle Jack. I think I'll be on with Uncle Jack tonight or tomorrow night or something like that.
Uncle Jack's Shack.
Yeah.
All right. Uncle Jack isn't it for eating and farting. Cunt is a great word, says Blummel's defense lawyer. It's like the word fuck. It can be used as an adjective, a noun, a pronoun, a verb. Extremely versatile.
My
cunt
pronoun.
And fuck. Gotta love it.
Totally agree.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how you can be a person trying to get through this world, and you get through so many years, and you are still sensitive to words that are said to you. I don't quite understand that. I try not to let myself be affected by words that much, you know? Just use them for what
you
they
choose
are.
to be offended.
Good point. That is right. Being offended is a choice. Yes.
Yes. It's feelings, emotions. Yes.
Yes.
Mod King was referring to Douche of the Devilverse. He's the Mod King.
Yeah, he's a big mod on your stuff. I see Douche on a lot of your stuff over there, right? Yeah.
Yes.
That's where I've gotten to know Douche, and he's been nice enough to member up here. Let's see. Give me a base. So it says, hi, new girl. My nana was from Aberdare. It's so nice to hear a Welsh accent.
Well, this is not a Welsh accent. But
Did I get that name of that area right? Aberdare?
Aberdare. I mean, if it's in Wales, I can't say I know many towns in Wales, to be honest. But yeah, I would pronounce it the same way. But yeah, I'm definitely not Welsh. I love the Welsh accent, though.
Me too.
Now, could you do a Welsh accent? Give us a little difference. Could you?
I am not gonna fall for that. I do not do accents.
I don't even know if there's anything to fall for. Now I want to know. Come on.
No, I cannot. I cannot do accents.
Come on, I can do a shitty accent. You can do a shitty accent too. Come on, you can do it.
We all tried it.
Come on.
I see. I can't do it at all.
I can't even think how a Welsh accent even goes now.
Don't you hate that sometimes you get in your own head and you can't even talk the way you want to talk? Yeah, I know. That's why my English turns into an Australian accent sometimes. Let's see.
Sometimes it turns Indian.
Oh, what are you talking about, my friend? Look at. Let's see. Below me says, how come her sweatshirt doesn't stay up on her shoulders? This is what you were talking about earlier, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, mine stays up, always stays up. Well, Does it really?
Well, I've got dainty little shoulders. Okay, it just slips off.
There you go. She took care of that problem by taking it off altogether. Making tea isn't hard, says Space Nerd. Depends on if you're Bob Levy or JJ. I don't know, buddy.
Space Nerd, there's a difference in tea making, though. You got to understand. There's a difference.
It's hard to watch some people make tea.
And I got to figure it out.
Yeah, and I think just a demonstration of JJ attempting to make the tea makes for good content. And JJ, that reminds me of you asking. You said you tried to talk Helga into a cooking show, but she said she didn't really want to
make edibles.
Well, I'll tell you the reason is because they have a roach problem in their kitchen.
Right, she said, yeah.
So I said, everyone already knows that. Let's look at the roaches. Who cares? You know, I wanted to do a lot of things where bringing them out into public, but
this is why they go to the cafe every day.
Yeah, I wanted to get them in the cafe too, but Lisa has a crush on their waitress, so they're not interested in doing that.
Come on, Helga, come on, we gotta go down to the coffee shop.
Well, that's why she wants to go there, because there's a waitress that's like 24-year-old girl. Because remember, Lisa is not she likes women. She doesn't like men.
She's a lesbian.
Yeah.
I'm trans, but I still love women.
It's
trans
just
who loves women.
You know, it's just boop boop. You know what I'm saying? So she likes this girl at the so they go there every day to go flirt with this young girl, and I feel horrible for that girl.
Oh, I bet she loves it, really.
They're probably like, oh my, here comes Lisa and Hug again. Oh Lord. Hey.
Well, they stay there for a long time. They stay there for a long time.
That might kind of answer my next question that I was going to ask. I don't know if it's.
You got very loud, Scott.
Oh, well, I don't know what to do. How do I turn myself down?
No, you said all right now.
Just back up a little bit. That'll help.
Okay, I'll just back up a little. Yeah, okay. How about that?
Good.
Good.
I was going to ask you, does Helga and is her name Lisa? Do they have sex?
No, Helga has
Dan.
And Dan is not a very well liked person.
Asshole.
Yeah, people don't really like Dan because when I first started working with Helga, Lisa was we thought Lisa was gonna die. Literally, I went on WATP and talked about how Lisa probably will never be back. Like that was what happened, right? So she luckily got better, thank God, and was able to come back home and stuff. But I started with Helga. When Lisa came back, she didn't like the change. And that's why she tries to sabotage the show.
Who's this fucking JJ guy coming in and changing everything? Fuck is this shit, Helga? The fuck? Hit like, everybody, and shout out live. Ween says Mandy Diff. Now, we don't like having people like you for your tits. Space Nerd, I think she knows a little something about that, too.
Yeah,
Aesthetic purposes, indeed. We were talking about coffee and tea and everything, and we're talking about Lisa wanting coffee. Do you have, like, Starbucks or those kind of chains over there? Do you like a good Starbucks or anything like that, new girl?
Starbucks.
Yes.
Yeah, we have Starbucks. It's one of my favorite places to go and have a coffee, to be honest. I'm a slut for an iced coffee. I love iced coffee, I can't lie.
Really?
Yeah.
I drink hot coffee only.
When I came up, like I say, when I went to Canada, I know it's not America, but I was very surprised at the size difference of drinks. Like, especially like McDonald's, I got a small coffee in Canada, and it was the same size as our large coffee.
Yes.
And then, like, the French ones, we've ordered a large, and it was like this big.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, what the hell are you meant to do? Would that be cold by the time you the size difference is incredible. So do not clip me on that.
Already,
So you're saying Americans are bigger. I hear what you're saying between the lines.
The Americans are greedier.
You're not wrong about that. We're more,
unhealthy is the word.
Exactly. Just yes, gluttonous, if you will. But you're not wrong, because what they now in McDonald's, or McDonald's as you say, what now they call the medium, that tall thin drink, that was a large when I was younger. And now you get those gigantic tanks, those big gulp size of soda, and it's more, like you said, it's more than you could drink, really. More than you should drink.
More than you should.
It explains a lot. Like when I saw it, I was like, oh shit, this explains a lot about the way Americans
Yeah,
live.
explains the obesity that I see in the media and things like that, right? Yeah, it's right. We have a lot available to us, but how much you should have is another story, I think. Americans can't make tea. We're doomed, says Terry Nee.
Well, tune in to Drag the Waters, and I will show you all how to make a real cup of tea. Properly.
I'll show you how. She'll tell us how. I'm gonna do it
step by step. Now you're gonna make the tea. You're
day
gonna
by
make
day.
hold proper tea dinner? Were you going to have some food with it or what?
No.
Well, I've said I might have to do some food ones, like a good old, like an English breakfast and a Sunday roast. Like
Yeah,
like
they eat
classic
beans
English
for
ones.
breakfast. So,
ooh,
Oh, yeah, beans, eggs, sausage, toast. It's got to be done. Cup of
that's
tea.
normal. But beans, come on.
Look, she said, don't be wrong.
But we're going to get into a lot of that stuff on our show. The differences are between our breakfasts, but differences between anything. That's the whole point of the show. And we can go on for years doing that. So, I think it's a good premise. We think it's a good premise. That's why we're going with it.
I think it will be a great premise. You can see how great and fun these guys are to hang out with. And then of course you gotta mix a little Helga and Lisa in on your show at some point, right? That would be.
God, yeah. Well, we have got some good guests lined up already, so yeah.
Do you?
Yeah, and we're not sure. I'm going to be honest. We're not sure what to do with guests yet, like what their role would be on our show. So, Bob Levy's going to be on once he gets back and settled. He'll be on, but we're not sure because we're, the premises we're bringing these stories. So are we going to ask a guest to bring a story, or are we going to?
I think
just have
it'll
them
depend
be
on the guest as well, though. Some are more inclined to join in.
So we aren't sure about that.
Yeah, you don't want to make them do too much work like a Bob Levy or something. Like you want to show up and
I could give them the story and just be like, hey, this is for you. But we don't know what we do want to bring people on because people like to come on and just chat, and we usually end up chatting anyway, doing a lot of extra talk. So our hour show, if we each bring 3 stories, it'll end up being 1 story each probably in the end with all the chat and all that stuff. So we're over preparing, which is good.
Yeah, you want to start like that. Yeah, and that's great. And I know I'm not surprised at all that you said that Bob Levy has already agreed to be on because he has been so great and gracious to us, bro. So much so that as a matter of fact, and this is one of the reasons I got a little bit of triggered Niagara Falls style when I heard potatoes, because I reached out to Bob and I was going to even have Bob pop in yesterday on the potato and fucking surprise him because them two have such a great on-air rapport and chemistry, JJ. I see you shaking your head. I love when I see those two on screen together.
Yeah, I had an idea like that too, but talking to Bob, he said, "Hey, I'll talk to you on the 19th." So, I didn't want to bother him with anything. He was in Turkey, so
I had it all laid out. It all if he would have came on, I was like, I had it all in my head.
We had the same idea though. That's funny.
That's fucking awesome. We didn't even talk about this shit.
No.
I didn't know until yesterday that you were even having the potato on, brother. So we had like almost the same thoughts.
You know why? I usually promote things, but I've been sick and stuff, so I wasn't able to do all like promotion and doing all that stuff for a couple of days. So I wasn't able to promote it a couple of days early. It was just an odd
coincidence to me, and the fact that I was attempting to get him on, that I found it odd that he was on there. But so that's why I got a little. I'm like, man, I had it all lined up in my head. It was going to go perfect. And then none of it happened, but we roll with it anyway and have fun. I was even going to go into a whole thing about, if you guys show up today or whatever, because, having no luck with guests and all, but I knew you guys would be here today.
Wait, something happened yesterday with guests?
Are you not, are you pulling my leg or whatever?
No, I was at the Trump rally yesterday. I wasn't available.
Okay. Well, no, at the end of the show yet. So what I attempted to do, I was going to have Cardiff on yesterday.
Oh, I'm saying, so it was only Cardiff.
It was supposed to be Cardiff, and then Bob was going to pop in, surprise him, half-hour little thing, and been done.
Okay, because earlier you said you had guests plural, so I thought maybe there was other problems. That's all I was asking.
No, it was supposed to be like Cardiff was supposed to lead the Bob, and that would have been my multiple guest or whatever. Yeah,
gotcha.
Whatever. I'm just spewing and thinking out loud, but I'm not.
I smoke a lot of weed, and I forgot. So.
Same.
Yeah.
Well, that's earlier, Scott.
Before we go live.
I wanted to say earlier, Scott was talking about how he was doing his nature walk, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And no offense, I didn't mean blah blah blah, but I said in the chat that's also what I'm doing. I was out walking my dog and smoking weed, and you thought I meant that I was switching accounts in the chat earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I was telling no, I'm doing the same thing as Scott. I'm out in nature with my dog smoking a joint. That's what I meant.
I just saw her finishing up something over there. What were you finishing up over there, girl?
Oh, your business.
None of your business. Okay, there you go then. All right.
No, I like to partake in the evening times.
There you go. That's good to know. I was going to get around to asking that too.
In the evening time.
There is some joke there about New Girl and a good time slot, but I just don't know why. Something about slot and girl. Thank you for the $5 and good
Deng
fun.
Blizzard always sends the best super chats. Any show that I'm watching, Deng always sends the best chats.
Thank you, Dang. Dang's a friend, and hopefully you'll be there for our show, Dang. I would, obviously.
I have a feeling Dang will be there.
Yeah, he will.
Well, if that's not cold, I'm shutting the fuck up now. Says the douche of Dalverse. I love some pomegranate green tea.
No, we don't fuck with that green tea shit. No,
Yeah.
good
Pomegranate's good though. Yeah, it's just I agree with the pomegranate for sure. What about lychee? What's lychee or lychee? Is that a fruit?
Lychee. It's a fruit.
I like lychee green tea, whatever that shit is, by the Palm brand that makes pomegranate juice. I love that shit.
What about all that new fad with the bubble tea where they put the bubbles in the bottom of the?
My kids like that.
I like that. I'm not gonna lie. It's quite. I don't like purposely order it, but I went for drinks at weekend. Obviously, I do every weekend, and I ordered a cocktail, and it had fucking loads of them in the bottom of the cocktail. It's a nice little surprise in your mouth.
Oh.
Do not clip that.
Oh my goodness. Let's see. Corndiff says enhance.
No, Cardiff has got.
Enhance.
Cardiff has got a real sexy accent.
Corn checking in. How you doing, buddy? Scott is so giddy that he's tittering.
Teetering on the tittering. Yep.
Typically I know he's got the bathroom thing break up because normally we've taken a bathroom break by now, but I'm holding up pretty good and I'm having too much fun with you guys. No pun intended. Nimrod's checking in. We got the nerd laughing. We got without it. Corn getting the love from Scott. It's funny being one of the only females in the Dabbleverse. That's a fair question from Space Nerd, or not a question, but I'll make it a question.
Yeah.
Do you notice the lack of female participation in the Dabbleverse, new girl?
Yeah, there isn't a lot. I do know a few girls from like Discord and stuff, but they're not very like out there. And I don't really see any live streams of any girls. I know there's the
Pretty Antisocial is
and
I
have
watching them.
That's why
I have not yet
time.
watched them. I do need to tune in and watch them, but I tend to be at work when they go on. So yeah.
I caught them talking about Aaron yesterday or the other day before, and I gave them $5 because I so love the fact hearing the women's point of view because it's so rare out here. I've often called a lot of these shows sausage parties. I say they're sausage parties, and we shouldn't scare off the few women that are willing to come on these shows.
Well, I'll tell you, I spoke to Lucy Tightbox, like last week or whenever it was.
That name give you cringes?
I love her.
No, we love it. We love it.
Okay.
I spoke to Carl, and I asked, I just talked to them about, because Carl on WATP has gone through many females on his show, right? And they've kind of walked off or left or whatever. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna start. Me and New Girl starting a show. I needed some like advice, I guess, on how what I should do about not losing the female off the show immediately. You know what I mean? I guess you could say I can't talk about what we talked about.
Lost every one of them, but yeah, what did he? So how did that go?
Well, no, I wanted to know why.
I think it depends on the women. To be honest, I can't lie. Everyone has been super sweet to me. I've had I've had a couple of negative things here and there, but I'm a very much killing with kindness person. So if a guy said something like, they make a comment about my tattoos or something, I just go, well, that's fine. It's not for everybody. It's like water off a duck's back to me. I think some women can take it quite harsh. And some men in this Dabbleverse can be very mean, very incel-y attitudes on some of them.
Good point. It's like, very much. I sense their insecurity with women and the lashing out, like they're like unleashing all of their anger that they've ever had towards women that maybe rejected them or whatever. I see them like they'll key on certain women and really kind of go after them.
Yeah, there is no man on YouTube behind a screen who is going to make me feel bad about myself, so I'm not worried about that.
You're just going to laugh it off, right?
Noise.
Yeah.
Noise.
That's why we're good to go.
Yeah, and I always say, and we got some great ones in here today. I'm very proud to have great females like Mandy Div.
I love Mandy. Mandy's lovely.
Hell yeah. We got the hard. I call them the hardy women, the women that can come and play. They'll stand toe to toe with you. Brian Kowalczyk lets you know that he is subbed to Drag the Water.
Thank you, Brian. Jules is here too. Just to mention another female, she's in the chat.
Who's that?
Jules.
Okay, Jules. I hadn't seen Jules yet, but Jules is another one of our lady, the lovely Tiffany Washington checking in. Hashtag support.
Of course,
New Girl
Tiffany
says below me. Wow, is it Christmas or is it just my birthday?
Happy birthday.
You got your wish.
Both.
Queen says, I had a feeling Nimrod would show up now. Yeah, Nimrod is the breast aficionado. And I think whenever he detects breast on camera, he finds that show.
Nimrod's a good boy. I like Nimrod. We chat quite a bit.
2K. I need to enhance for a second. Oh, enhance.
Tiff, what did you say to me?
Nerd from Blummels. Jukebox Ginger checks in and says, what's going on? How you doing, Jukebox Ginger? Checking in on Facebook. He has a show called JG's Lounge. Uncle Jack says, new girl, your tank top seems a little heavy. You should lose that too.
There's not much of it, to be honest.
By the way, there's if you guys don't know KJ is also another female that's joined the Dabbleverse recently.
Yeah, and I know that there's other ones.
I did a stream with her to get her out there.
She's very beautiful as well.
She'll be around too.
All right, sounds good. JJ's finding all the beautiful ladies out there and bringing them.
Yeah, he's got a knack for it, hasn't he?
He doesn't he? Yeah.
Sorry.
I'm dying over here, says Space Nerd. She spent Blum was just laughing. Space Nerd said, all y'all are such pervs. I love it. Below me, says, hi, Uncle Jack. I noticed that too. Uncle Jack's got the devil. Live Ween gets it. Blummel says, Space Nerd, we don't want to be, but it is a curse.
It's a curse.
Lisa's fun, says Below me. Lisa is fun. She is, but I just like how
it's a blessing and a curse.
It's like I've seen her do it on multiple shows. I don't know if it was the one where you had Trucker Andy on or whatever, and the show could be flowing or something. She gives no fucks when she's ready to go. She's like, "Hey, Helga, come on, we gotta go get some coffee now. The show's over, end show."
That's it. Yesterday, if you watched the end, Cardiff was on. I said, "Hey, wait, Cardiff's he moved to Rumble, all that stuff." I said, "Cardiff's got to do his plugs, like." No, sit down. Like, I stopped it. I was like, no,
I did. She was like, I'm ready to go now. Fuck Cardiff and his mouth. Fuck his plugs. I need coffee. Lisa equals Jake, says our friend Uncle Jack. Oh, shit.
Well, that's why I'm JJ Huston today.
Oh, boy. I bet, I know I see that. Has New Girl had many new encounters with Jake? Because I think Jake would like.
I go on with Jake I was on with Jake earlier on, yeah. I jump on with Jake quite a bit. I used to work with autistic people. That was my job. I was a teacher in autistic school. So yeah, I know Jake can be a lot.
Yes.
But yeah, he's
I was up
very
last
sweet
night when he was
and
going
very
nuts.
nice. Yeah, he's very sweet and very nice with me. And I've talked him down a few times when he likes to lose his shit and block people, and he'll message me and I'm just like, just bring it down, Jake. It's all right. There's no need to make enemies out of everyone. But yeah,
I had a feeling he wasn't going to like block you or go scorched earth on you necessarily. But
no, I don't. Not yet. Anyway, the day might come.
It might, because he turned on our friend Ari Jane, who he was quite sweet on for a little time there. But JJ, what is your play-by-play, or how did that kind of go last night with JJ? Because somebody told me, off to the side, they kind of Jake went off a little last night.
Well, I was hanging out with JBX, and he was cursing at everyone out. Scott, weren't you there? Yeah, Scott was there.
Yeah, I was trying to talk him down.
And I was telling how just the other day I was getting "fuck you" DMs from Jake. He was saying "fuck you," this and that or whatever, and then I'm sorry, and then I'm "fuck you" again, and I'm sorry. So last night, he said what I forgot what he said to Tiffany, but he was going a little crazy last night. Yeah, we were telling him, take a break, buddy. Just go lay down.
Well, I spoke to him today, and he said he is struggling with his anger at the minute, with his autism, and he's trying to calm himself down, and he's worried that he's burnt some bridges. And I just said, you've just got to be honest with people, and if you're trying to be better, then you just got to take him with a pinch of salt, haven't you? Like you're just gonna let it go.
Jake's gonna Jake.
Yeah,
he's not
going to change. He is who he is. We all know who he is. You've just got to.
If you expect if you expect something different, you're just setting him up to fail.
That's your next shirt, Scott. Jake's going to Jake. Jake's going to Jake.
Jake gets me very dizzy.
You have a very low tolerance for people, though. To be fair, JJ.
New Girl, I have had Jake on more than a few times here on BF Live, and I'm sure just by seeing him, it's a hold on tight when Jake comes on your show, because he's reading ahead.
By the way,
he's producing my show. He's doing like a whole other show in there. Go ahead, JJ. What you got, buddy?
No, that's what he does. By the way, right in the middle of what you were talking.
Can I just ask you a question?
Yeah.
Jake's a lot easier one-on-one. If it's a group
Yes.
setting, it's very difficult because he does like to
He
talk
can't
over
wait his
everyone.
turn.
But
Yes.
yeah, one-on-one, it's not too bad. I don't mind jumping on with him in the afternoon for half an hour. It's not too bad, but yeah.
The morning for us.
Awesome.
Well, yeah.
He sent me a link at what, 6 in the morning? What time was that today? He sent me a link. It's
Yeah,
just a bunch of links. Just a bunch
He
of
sent me
links.
quite a few, and I was at work, and then Douche pops up and was like, "Are you going to come on?" And then I jumped on, and bloody Douche wasn't even there. He set me up, the bastard.
What's up, Douche? Speaking of Douche, Douche says all Lisa's temper tantrums are welcome as far as I'm concerned. Well, that's what I was telling you. I'm laughing as I'm saying it because I just like all the different roles, and I know that's Lisa's role. She's like, hey, come on, let's keep this shit going. I think it's funny. She is funny. And that's why it is a train wreck, and that's why I give JJ mad credit for renaming the show.
Go ahead,
buddy.
Go ahead.
No,
You
go.
finish.
No, I was just gonna say I was watching it. It reminded me of when I watched a couple weeks ago, and Lisa hurt her ankle, and she had to go to get the wound care and all that stuff when she was bleeding all over the place. So I was just thinking about back.
It seems to be that was a lot worse than we thought it was because they went on. Helga had her sit there for an hour, but then a week later they're going to wound care and all this. I'm like, well, it must have been a lot worse than I thought, So, but what I was gonna say is anyone who's been a guest on Trainwreck understands what I go through with them. It's very hard. And for working for free, doing that, not making $1, spending my own money actually, has been very hard to do. But you know what? It's work. It's like it's something I got to do. It's just because I started doing it to do the right thing by someone and help them. And things turned around over the summer, but I gotta keep steamrolling with them a little bit, but it's not gonna last that much longer, just letting you know.
Really? Yeah, I can see that it's top of mind because sometimes you get short with them and you're like, fuck, look, you like just kind of trying to move the show along and everything. Like you're holding me up, you're holding my life up, kind of basically vibe. I noticed that. Lisa was a hottie when she was a man that you guys have told us. That's interesting. Cirque is getting the love from Live Ween. Hey, Tiff from Nimrod 7.
I posted Lisa pictures up on Twitter. I'll post them again today. I'll repost them.
JFC, BF reading all of this. Well, this is how we do here on BF Live. We're interacting, we're talking, we get great ideas for questions from you guys. That's what.
Sorry, we have a special guest.
Oh,
that's Maggie.
She's a nightmare for it. She doesn't leave me alone.
Really? Always, always getting up in the camera when you're on camera. Did she do that a lot?
She's not professional in the slightest.
Well, I've noticed that about some people that have cameras. It's like they almost sense the camera. And they're like, hey, man, if somebody's going to be on camera, it's going to be me that's going to be on camera.
She's a nightmare.
Yeah, I think our show, that was great. Our show is going to have a cat and a dog every show because my dog runs in the room barking almost every hour. And Maggie likes to jump on her, so.
Yeah, JJ, I know you take a lot of times you post your pre-show walks before you do Trainwreck, and you got some dogs, and you've acquired some dogs recently, right?
Well, no, I was trying to get a brother for Gino, but that didn't work out. But that dog is 2 blocks away, so they've been visiting each other.
Oh, okay. Matt's getting love from Uncle Jack.
Blummer I am looking for another dog, though.
Okay.
Rescue.
She could probably recite the Encyclopedia Britannica to me, and I would be enraptured, even if she started at V. Says Blum was a fence layer. Mandy Diff says, Tiffany, 2K, and Cyke getting the love. 2K's getting the love from the Douche of the Dabbleverse. Hey, Mandy from Tiffany, Washington. Live Ween says, I saw a pic on JBX last night of 2K lying down in a box and almost fucking died.
That was great.
Oh
that was good, yes.
What's the context of that? Because I've only seen 2K like on screen.
He was having a nap in his little box.
Yeah, he posted it on X.
All right, I have to check that out.
Go check out Nimrob71.
Nimrob71. Wash your hands. I know you touched your pee-pee. We haven't even done a pee-pee break yet. Maybe we should. We're having like an extended visit. I could do a piss break, and you could decide if you guys want to like leave it off here. That's fine. And if you want to come back and stay to the top of the hour at 3:00, you can do that too.
I'm happy to hang around.
Yeah, we're good.
All right, well, why don't we do this? It is 10 minutes after the hour right here on the East Coast of the United States where I'm at. So why don't I do that? It's 2.5 minutes. I'll run my little piss break, and we'll come back on the other side a bit more fun and talk with New Girl and JJ Dabbles right here on BF Live, Stream Show 151. But right now, I think I need a piss break. See you in 2.5 minutes right here on BF Live on the other side.
I think I need a piss break. I'll do the pee-pee dance. I'll do the pee-pee dance. I'll do the pee-pee dance, pee-pee dance. Yeah. Think I need a piss break. I think I need a piss break. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think I need a piss break. I do the pee-pee dance. I do the pee-pee dance. Yeah. I think I need a piss break. Oh yeah. I'll do the pee-pee dance. Oh, watch me now. I'll do the pee-pee dance. Come on, give it to me, that pee-pee break. DJ, hook it up. Drop that beat. Yeah. I'll do the pee-pee dance. I think I need a piss break. I think I need a piss break. Yeah. Watch me now. Pee-pee breakdown, pee-pee breakdown. Break it down, pee-pee, yeah. Think I need a piss break. I think I need a piss break. I think I need a piss break. Oh, yeah. Wash your hands. Don't be gross. I know you touched your pee-pee.
You know I touched my pee-pee, and I locked it. Uh-oh. JJ's back with the duck mask. We're here with JJ Huston today, JJ Dabbles, and New Girl. They are the host and hostess of a new show called Drag the Waters, hanging out with us here today on BF Live. On the other side of the piss break. I'm having fun with you guys, hanging out. Let's see what everybody's up to today.
I was dancing hardcore during that one.
Yeah. Piss break. The funny part is when you catch yourself when you're off air doing these at other times, and you find yourself in the bathroom to I need a piss break. You're humming it to yourself.
I was hoping you would catch me dancing with the mask on and just and throw me on without telling me, because that would have been funny.
If I was paying closer attention backstage, maybe I would have. I should look.
You need a producer. I'm available.
I'm the one-man machine over here. Hoya, BF, and friends from the lovely Brandywine checking in.
Hey, Brandywine.
Do you know Rita Pahani?
Yeah.
Pani? It's not a familiar name to me.
Oh, Rita Panahi's from Sky News. Love her.
Okay, there you go. Just almost. I'll remind you that all of our friends' links are running. You can get New Girl's Twitter X links right there. Also, Drag the Waters right there. If you want to click on it and go over there, sub, get them up to 500, y'all, so they can monetize. They're going to be doing their thing over there. We'll be talking about the differences between our common language between the States and the UK and stuff like that. So check them out when they're on. Hey, Brandywine from Mandy Diff. PWO says the Chunkster. Potato World Order, maybe? How you doing, Chunkster? How you doing, man? Mumble Nick checks in and says, I've always wanted to ask you this, JJ. You know Helga better than the rest of us. What percentage of your stories do you think are true?
1%.
You say 1?
1%.
1%.
I'm not even joking.
I'm surprised nobody's fact checked a lot of the stuff yet, because a lot of it seems like it could be fact checked. I think someone needs to do this.
I fact checked one thing yesterday, New Girl. They were talking about making marijuana pot brownies or something like that, and she talked about how much THC was in the stems, and she said it's the most in the stems, and I knew better, JJ.
There's none in the stems, is there?
The least. That's right. It's the least in this. Look at Scott's like, no.
Yeah, we know. We know better. I didn't say anything about that, but yeah.
Anything.
And so that put a little chink in the armor of what I thought of her, or is if she's actually real or honest about any of this stuff. I'm like, no, THC. What do you got? You got the stems right there. Oh my God. Oh, he's chewing on it. Bro, you've had to have those hard days back in the day where you would smoke some stems. You have to grind that shit up. You ever do that shit? I'm gonna see you. Struggle was real, brother.
And seeds.
I did stems and seeds. There was times where I did that.
I don't know. Resin was the worst back in the day.
Oh yeah, you scrape your bowl, scrape the resin out of your bowl.
If you get that top layer, that can be the high quality shit.
That shit's good.
Girl.
That shit'll not, Yeah.
Not the shit that we was getting.
I used to have a corn cob pipe, and I wasn't sure how much was corn cob and how much was the fucking resin.
You know what? A lot of crackheads like to smoke crack out of corn cob pipes because it holds the resin for them.
I had a button nose too. Yeah, corn cob pipe. Had all that. Yeah, but I saw somebody post the other day said you ain't lived, right, Scott? If you ain't scraped for res and smoked res, you ain't a real one, right?
Yeah, you gotta scrape the bowl.
Right, and then when we ran out of res and ran out of corn cob pipe, then we changed to crushing up seeds and fucking stems. And I had the most horrific headache the next day, Scott. It was terrible.
I'm sorry, guys.
I had a cat and I got a bag of catnip and it looks a lot like weed, but it doesn't. It doesn't work.
Jack.
Oh my goodness! I'm gonna remind you that my friend, there's Space Chief 75. His T-Public link is running right there. He's got all these cool designs. Matter of fact, I'm wearing one of them right now.
He's got some great designs. I tried to order a bunch of them, but they wanted something like $40 for delivery. Just for
I imagine in the UK or over there, in England, it could be different for shipping and all. But yeah, this was the Dabbleverse shirt that he was officially made for that. And I rock some Space Chief 75 stuff. So if you want to commission something from him, you can get a hold of his stuff through the T-Public store or catch him on Twitter X if you want to commission something. Hey, JJ, right from our Space Chief 75.
Space Chief!
Hey, Tiff from Brandywine. Hey there, live weed from Nimrod. Nerd, I'm going to have to take multiple lunches. What up, DOTD? I'm just a sweet transvestite. We're learning something about the Red Mall Bill. Drag the Waters coming soon to the Jag Shack. Clothing optional. Oh, you know. No Manchester love. New girl. Brian Kowalczyk wants to know.
Not the football team anyway. No, fuck Manchester United.
Chelsea Football Club. Yay.
Well, it's weird because I support a southern team and I'm from up north, but it's a long story. But yeah, no, but everybody hates Man United.
Everybody, okay, we got to keep that in mind. I can understand her just fine. You guys don't have enough blood in your brains to think. Probably a fair point. Hey, Nimrod from Jack. From transsexual to Transylvania. The Reverend Wild Bill says, go Arsenal. He's coming at you.
My location on Twitter was Transylvania. When I started working with Hogan and Lisa for a little bit, I put Transylvania there.
Yeah.
So then I changed it.
And you'll have to forgive me when I first asked you about Drag the Waters. I'm like, is this a drag show? What are we talking about here?
Especially with my name.
Well, the name is because we're going to be like basically taking our own area, like Manchester-ish area or New York City, and we're going to be dragging our own areas through the mud, basically. Then I thought of the song "Drag the Waters" by Pantera, and so I was like, "That's a good name." And the water in between us, so that's how that came up.
And the trans plays well, gives you something to think about and all that stuff. Yeah. Let's see. Hoya from Space Nerd, go blue. Hashtag Chelsea says, "Give me pesos."
Yeah, Chelsea. They're blue.
I like Jada. Yeah, Chelsea. There's obligatory cheers over there.
Yeah.
Uncle Jack says, Space Nerd, I just shake my head and I agree with everything she says.
That is a real man.
There you go.
No, I don't.
Sounds about right, Jack. Uncle Jack understands New Girl just fine. He's having no problem at all. Space Nerd says, good thing I know you guys so well. Who is super pervy, etc. LOL. Yeah, we know. Like I said, we know 2K is here. I'll say this, says Douche. I believe Helga when she says she was raised on a farm and she probably is a damn good mechanic.
Yeah, the mechanic stuff, you can tell she knows what she's talking about. I don't know anything about cars, but so maybe I'm being fooled, but other people seem to think that she does know what she's talking about regarding cars.
Big men missing teeth, Alanis Morissette defects. I resent the old man statement. I am 27. Just a baby, gases. Give me baseball. Mama Nick says, Deuce, if she had a couple stories like that, I would tend to believe her. Oh, we're talking about Lisa. But the volume of insane historical stories involving famous people is off the charts. She's like the trans Forrest Gump. That's a great awesome. Ain't that dead on New Girl? Trans Forrest Gump. That's a great.
That one.
Wow. What do you say, JJ? That's pretty dead on.
Oh,
isn't it?
Oh yeah, I'm not reacting as much as you guys because I'm used to hearing these things.
Understood.
You know?
I get
So
that.
I'm like,
yeah.
yep, the Trent for Horse Gump. Yep. Yeah.
You've already heard all this. You're like,
Yeah.
I'm living it. I know all this shit.
Especially with douche. Yeah. So we talk about that every day. So.
Blumels informs us that 27 years old, where I guess I'm
You
screwed
shut
then.
your goddamn mouth, boy.
Yeah.
Then you have to be 27 again.
Mm-hmm. Are you 12, Bromels? LOL. Yeah. If you think that's real, you must be 12. Well, mentally, aren't we all 12? That's right, and that's why 43 of us are here getting along and having a great time today. Nick on target from Douche to the Dabbleverse. Ha mumbling Nick from Cyke. Space Nerds getting the love and the shout out from Brian Kowalczyk. She has a little thing interesting, says the Wild Bill. I'm not old, I'm experienced, dashing, and debonair. I like that. Right, if you're 50, you're just 10 with 40 years experience. How about that? You say it like that, Dang Lizard says, never heard anyone actually talk posh English outside TV. Only known chat and different US dialects. Oh, chav?
Chav.
I'm not familiar with chav.
So a chav, it actually stands for council house and violent. It tends to be like white trash chavs, like people who wear tracksuits and like smoke rollies outside of shops.
Be doing white trash.
Is it like very fast and loose and talk like this and all that stuff like that? I don't know. That's my best.
Yeah, they're just little scummy kids, chavs.
Interesting. Well, see, I love it. See, and this is the kind of stuff you're going to pick up on. I never heard of chav or any kind of terminology like this. So I'm sure that there are thousands of little things like this about the way we all live everyday life that we're going to kind of expose on Drag the Water. Blumels Defense Lawyer says, I can't find Drag the Water podcast. Is it exclusive to a particular app or service? I will let you guys speak on that. And their link is running in the chat.
Yeah,
you
no,
go,
it's
JJ.
just on YouTube. I'll write a chat from the channel right now in the chat if you like.
It tends to be at DTW Drag the Waters NY UK. So DTW NY.
The handle is at DTW NY UK on both X, Twitter, and YouTube.
Right,
but we will be sending our podcast out to podcast services after a few shows or whatnot.
There you go. So that link is a live link that I've clicked on right there. That live link is currently running in the chat. If you don't want to go through the fuss and muss of go finding them, because I did a YouTube search yesterday, and until you get some traction, your name don't always come up first. I've noticed.
Especially if you YouTube Drag the Waters, you're never going to find us.
There you go.
That channel was the JJ Dabbles channel originally. So I changed it. So I think if you still search JJ Dabbles, that channel comes up, but don't do that because we're trying to not, I'm trying to move that away. Yeah.
So if you're old enough, cool enough to familiar with JJ Dabble's name and you happen to type that in, like he's saying, you'll get that channel. But you don't have to type it in or nothing. Just click on that live link right there and it'll take you right over there and you don't have to go through the searching and anything. It's running constantly throughout the show today. Uncle Jack is demure and mindful.
Very mindful.
Very demure, very mindful.
Very demure.
Space Nerd says, I'm like 20-something with 30 years experience. Exactly.
Did you ever hear someone say that they've been sober for 12 years and then they turned 13 or something like that?
Yeah, right. I just turned 13. I've been sober for 12 years. That's a good one. Hey, Cyke, good to see you from our friend Mumbling Nick.
Mumbling Nick knows that one.
Douche for sure. Douche for sure. Blumels Defense Lawyer. It's on YouTube. See above. There you go. I'll also remind you that there's a link right there for my friend Chris Abels. He is the co-host, as JJ knows, of Replayables. We did it last night. We do it on Saturday nights too. On Thursday nights, which is today, you can find him and his wife Liz. They talk about true crime on Killing with the Abels. So about 10 o'clock tonight or so, if you want to talk about true crime and hear a funny couple, hang out with a funny couple, talk about some true crime, you can click on that link right there, 100 Proof Podcasting, and I'll take you there for tonight. You too, buddy, from Clyde Cyke. Uncle Jack says, new girl sounds like me, just here for the laughs, not technically sound, and very easy on the eyes. I think you're taking a little too much credit of that credit yourself there, Jack, but mostly there. You mostly got it. Brian Kowalczyk simply says teabagging. Are you a fan of Twinings black tea here? Live Ween is. Twinings, you like a proper Twinings?
I'm a PG Tips girl.
Pete and Tips?
PG Tips. It's just a brand like PG Tips.
Okay.
They're quite famous in England. They used to have monkeys do the adverts.
Really? Because
yeah, If you look on YouTube, we'll do it on the show one day. But yeah, if you go on YouTube and type in old PG tips advert, they'd have like a family of monkeys start making a cup of tea.
That's another great angle, guys. Like your media, like showing us your wacky ads or the
Oh,
way that you
we
guys
have-
present stuff over there.
We used to have some of the strangest adverts on TV, like things that you just would blow your minds.
Are you being served?
Yeah,
You know that
Although
show?
I will warn you. I'll give you some fair warning, JJ. When you you might know this already. When you pull some BBC stuff, they can be quite aggressive at blocking your show. So I'll give you forewarning that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I've used some BBC stuff, and they're like,
I don't
no,
like
no,
any
we
of
block
these
you. We
mainstream
don't.
media
Yeah, so
companies.
be careful of that. And
Thank
I've seen
you very
Truly
much.
Network stuff get kind of taken down temporarily until they get it off of there.
What I'll do is edit it down, so edit things like that, so they can't do that. That's
It just
how-
occurred to me because it's happened to me, and you guys might be delving in some BBC stuff, and they can be a bit aggressive about their content protection. Teabag means something else in the United States. Yeah, I think we kind of alluded to.
It means that over here as well, but
Does it really?
Yeah, I mean that's everywhere. Yeah, they do that in Iraq.
They do that in Iraq. Oh, that is true. You have the photos. Oh my god, 100% Jack. 100% Jack. Perfect match.
100%.
Due to the Dabbleverse, absolutely. Jack is agreeing. Blumholes, they try drag the water. New York or UK, NYUK. Or you can just click on the link.
Just
Thanks
go to the
Carl
handle. You use the
Pilkington,
handle,
I call
easy.
them crisp. I really did enjoy Idiot Abroad. I don't know if you're familiar
oh
with that
my
show.
god, I have Carl Pilkington's book. I think it's
Do
one second,
you?
it's right here.
Carl Pilkington is great. Oh, she does. Yes.
Let me see. I'll give you
Carology.
a close up on that one. Carl Pilkington. It was just so funny. An Idiot Abroad with Ricky Gervais. Yes.
Yeah, it's
Carology.
you can get this super cheap on Amazon. I definitely recommend it. I've read it a couple of times. He's just so naturally, unintentionally funny. Like he's the
Is it
perfect
called
kind
daft?
of funny.
Is he daft? Is that the proper
Daft,
term?
yeah, he's daft as
He's
a brush.
Right, and he's not a daft punk. But yeah, you
Daft
know, I would watch that show, and I loved seeing just the whole aspect of the show, the concept. I love that you got to see parts of the world that I would never probably get to see, and they send this. He's effectively an idiot. In fact, that he's not very worldly or anything. He's
He's
very
just got no
sheltered.
common sense. That's what it
Yes.
is. It's not that he's not intelligent.
That's why
He
it's
just-
funny.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
has
it
no
is.
common sense at all, and he's got a very like black and white view of the world.
Yes.
There's no grey areas. It's either it's great or it's shit. Like that's it.
But I would watch that show for the longest time thinking, is this an act? Is he really that daft, as you would say? Like,
Yeah,
or is
so-
this a put on? Like, no one can be this daft, if you will.
Well, if like his origin story, so basically, Ricky Gervais and what's his name? And the other guy, the tall guy.
The tall guy.
Yeah.
The tall
Yeah,
guy
we all
with
doing
the
the
same
blonde
thing.
hair.
on it.
In like the early 2000s, they had a radio station.
Yeah.
And Carl was the producer. So you can, I mean, if you go on YouTube now and put in Ricky Gervais XFM, you can still listen to all the old radio shows. And slowly, Carl started like coming into the show, and then they
Yeah.
started doing a little segment with him. And it just like if you listen to it, you can see the slow progression because the fans just like loved him so much that he literally became like the third mic. And then they did like a little cartoon about it. So there's like a cartoon where they sit around a round table and they
Those are
talk.
funny. Those cartoons.
They are
I've seen
brilliant.
those.
And then it progressed for a very, very long time. But I know it's genuine because I listened to all the XFMs and the way that he ended up getting brought into it just because it was unbelievable. The shit he came out with, it was just like, you're an alien. That's what it's like. It's like he's been dropped on Earth in his 40s and he has no
Yeah.
idea what's going on.
Well, that's cool. At least you had the knowledge, the back knowledge of knowing that, hey, this is not a put on. This is who this guy really is. And I know that Ricky
I would
and them,
definitely recommend just looking at XFM Ricky Gervais to anyone
Okay.
who wants like a good laugh. Like just go back
Yes.
and listen to them. It's brilliant.
and that's what was always one of the funniest things. Ricky Gervais, how he would just belly laugh, cracking himself up about the situations they would put him in, JJ.
They
and
don't talk
the lack of-
anymore.
the lack of knowledge that he had about and Ricky would just laugh his ass off.
Gervais is a genius. When he sees
Well,
something,
yeah,
he's gonna.
they're
He's
not
gonna make
they're not
something
friends anymore.
Is that right? I don't really know the lay. I
Yeah,
kind of lost track of them after
Carl
all that.
Pilkington refuses to do anything with Ricky now. Like they've not done
Really?
anything together.
That's
Yeah, they did
unfortunate.
a little drama show together where they work in an old people's home,
Mhm.
like a
Oh,
like
right.
And that is really, I can't remember the name of it now, but that is really funny. And Carl Pilkington's an actor in it. And he plays like a
That
janitor.
show's good. I watched
Yeah,
that.
I can't remember the name of it now, but that's a really good one. So if you enjoy Carl Pilkington, that's another good one to watch because he is not an actor at all. So it's great to watch him in it.
That's funny. And didn't they attempt to do like a motion picture based on Idiot Abroad? I thought that was like the last step. I thought they tried to do that. I don't know if it was.
I'm not sure they did. They did a couple of spin-offs as well because he did one with the short guy. What's his name from Harry Potter and stuff?
Oh yeah,
the short guy from
Warren something.
Warren. Everyone knows Warren.
He's a little person. And they did a show with Carl and this little person, and that was even funnier than Idiot Abroad.
That was a lot of fun though. Carl Pilkington, he's an interesting guy. The Cockney accent is worse, said our friend Terry Nee. The Cockney.
Oh, Derek. Thank you, Liveween. That's the name of the show, Derek, with Carl Pilkington as an actor.
Okay. All right.
And who's Derek? Derek is not Carl. Another guy plays Derek.
Ricky Gervais plays a mentally challenged adult.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool, man.
I randomly came across that show and watched like a bunch of episodes. They were great. Sorry, go ahead. Go on.
No, that's great. I love that when you discover nothing better than discovering a new show and falling down a wormhole and not having to wait till next week or wait till another time to take.
I refuse to watch anything that's only 1 or 2 seasons long. If it's not got 10 seasons, I'm not interested.
Is that right? Like unless you can like keep up on all of it. Sam Kinison said, "Move where the weed is." No, he actually said, "Move where the food is." One of the funny classic lines ever in comedy, JJ, wasn't it? Oh my God.
Sam Kinison is a classic, man.
It's
One
funny.
of the best.
We keep coming out to the desert every year and keep feeding you guys. Maybe you move where
Why
the
don't you
food
move
is.
where the food is?
Fucking brilliant, man. Move where the food. It's a desert.
Imagine if he was still alive today. Him and Mitch Hedberg. If Mitch Hedberg, 20 years later after he died, I wonder what they would be up to.
Oh my God! In these days, they would probably be getting themselves in so much trouble nowadays. It would.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. But it'd be funny. It would be funny.
Brian Kowalczyk reminds us that there's a reason there was a Revolutionary War. Okay, we get it.
Champs.
Cadbury eggs. Stance on Cadbury. Proper Cadbury.
I have.
They have Cadbury, and yeah, we talked about Cadbury eggs, and I was like, well, I have those. She has those, so we out of our list.
Here's an example because I enjoy a proper Cadbury bar, a Caramello bar, but it's made in the United States by Hershey, so I don't know if it's the exact quality.
Do they have Caramello? That's their cream egg, not from Easter time.
We do have the actual eggs, but like they do like little. I'll show you. I'll get it out.
Get it out.
You're still talking about the eggs, right? Oh,
yeah.
Ooh, there you go.
There you go.
Oh, it's got the cream in it. There you go.
Now all you gotta do is slow that down. I'll do it for you. I got it.
Yeah. Don't clip it. Sure. Yes.
Sorry, Scott.
They have manners, and we are total pigs, says Uncle Jack. What do you find that about the differences in the culture? Do you I guess English people are probably still more by default more proper than American people.
Yes, we are very famously polite in England. Like we apologize for everything. Queues, like we love to queue up for things. Like
I think it's more Canada is more like that. English people are more known to be dicks. That's
I
my
think
opinion.
I can't lie. When I went to Canada, like I always lived by the the old thing of like Canadians are really kind and polite and sweet, and I thought they were fucking awful.
Really? Really?
Yeah.
Maybe it's my perspective, but coming from America, I just visited Niagara Falls in Canada just recently, so I found it quite refreshing. They all seem to kind of be very happy to be doing their jobs and happy to see you. But maybe just that's my perspective living in America, which I think might be a harsher country. That's just my perception. I don't know.
I've been to Niagara Falls. I had a lot of fun there.
Oh, it was beautiful. It was breathtaking. Really, really nice.
Did you go the Canada side or the New York side?
Yeah, we went to the Niagara State Park on the New York side. We drove there and experienced it from that side, went to the observation deck, and then I drove over to cross the bridge to Canada, and I spent a couple days over. So I did both sides. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Rode the Maiden of the Mist, and all that stuff. Breathtaking. Yep.
I have cream egg all stuck in my teeth.
I'm resisting the urge to do a single shot on you like this. There you go. Because I know people would enjoy that. There you go for the guys. Drag the Waters is apparently at DTWNYUK. Apparently.
That is apparently our handle. Yeah, these days just use handles everywhere. Just use the @ whenever you want to tell people what your thing is, just say at DTWNYUK. That's how I like to tell people how to get to things. It's much easier that way.
Mumbling Nick tells us that a slice of New York style pizza might have some mold on it by the time it gets there. But
I would actually love to come over to New York just for the food.
Interesting. So have you never been to the States at all?
No, it's not ever been somewhere that I really fancied going, to be honest. Like, no offense to anyone, but yeah, I mean, if I did, it'd be like, I wouldn't mind going to like New Orleans or something like that. But New York's definitely not somewhere that I ever like. I think over here it's quite the thing to go New York at Christmas and do all that, and I'm just
to
like,
it or whatever.
yeah, I've done quite a lot of backpacking over the years, and Europe is fucking beautiful. So why would I spend all the money to go to New York to see homeless people on the street when I can fly to Italy in 2.5 hours and drink coffee with sexy Italian men?
Well, that's an interesting perspective, because for us, we feel that everybody's kind of wanting to go to like a city like New York. You figure that's one of the target cities people would say. What's that, Scott?
Oh, I sent gross. What she's talking about.
New girl, send JJ the odd American things like Heinz American sauce.
Yes.
So you
There's an
have like
American sauce?
Oh, some Bob Levy ass-eating sauce.
Yeah, maybe that would be a good one, JJ.
Yeah.
Bob Levy sauce. But yeah, so apparently they're stating they might have an American sauce, Heinz American sauce. I don't know if
Oh
you
yeah,
have
we
that.
sell. I've not
America
tried it
sauce.
myself, but yeah.
Tastes like America. Just put it on anything. Tastes like America. The bald eagle sandwich. Says, where are we getting that one from?
Shark fin soup and a bald eagle sandwich.
There, I finally caught up with Jules, the lovely Jules, checking in. Hey, y'all.
Hey.
And I say, hey, y'all, back to you, lovely Jules. Jules getting love from Uncle Jack. JJ did not tell me to say this, but he just had surgery this week. He has kids, and he could use a little love. Please donate to Drag the Waters.
I second that.
Thank you.
I have your YouTube link in there, but I don't have your Ko-fi link in there. Your Ko-fi. I don't know if you call it Ko-fi or whatever.
I don't know what it's pronounced, honestly.
It has a cup of coffee, so I'm going to go with coffee with it, but it's spelled Kofi, and that's out there if you can want to donate to. That's kind of how you're taking in donations now for the show, right? Drag the Waters.
Yeah, that's the plan for now, yeah.
There you go. And until everybody helps get them monetized, get them up to 500 people. The main difference between here and there is the meals that we eat.
Thank you, douche.
Says our friend, the Renoir Bill. Wow, says Space Nerd. It's a miracle. What up, Jules from Live Ween? I'm spoiled to live in New York City. There's no shortage of awesome pizza or bagels, Blummels.
Yeah, or bagels.
We're talking about bangers and mash. This is Space Nerd. She says, I'll bang her. Oh. Hoya to all my peeps from the lovely Jules. So Chunksha says, what kind of newsprint do you like on your fried fish?
We don't actually use newspaper anymore. Most places don't use newspaper to wrap the fish and chips anymore. I think there's probably some kind of study that came out that found out they was putting something in the food.
Yeah, maybe releasing the ink off of the page into the fish, perhaps.
Maybe something from a Wuhan lab in China, something like that happened, and then they changed things. Who knows?
Wuhan lab ain't nothing to fuck with. You know that.
Wuhan lab ain't nothing to fuck. Yeah, I know.
Brian Kowalczyk says, give me some blood sausage. Thinks you know the term blood sausage. Is that a thing?
Blood orange.
Yeah, what's it called? Thingy pudding. I can't remember what it's called now.
Blood pudding. Blood pudding.
Figgy pudding. Is that what you said? Figgy pudding.
Figgy pudding. Give me some figgy pudding. Isn't that in that song, that Christmas song?
Exactly.
Black pudding. It's called black pudding. That's what it is, and it's basically just like
racist.
Like pig guts stuffed with blood and fat and
beautiful.
Yeah.
Well, what's blood pudding?
It's the same thing, just different names. Yeah.
That's what I said. Okay, cool.
UK can't understand our biscuits.
We can't keep giving all these answers out. We need this for our show, guys.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to inadvertently do your show.
No,
the people are naturally curious, but like we said, and I'm glad. So people are already getting the vibe of what your show is going to be, and so I hope that's what they.
I even have a water backgrounds already.
Hey-o, look at this guy. He's got all the fancy special effects over here. Look at this. Help them out with their special effects budget. Chicago style sucks, says our friend Cyke about pizza.
That's right, Cyke. You know it.
The pizza snobbery, says the douche.
I eat Domino's, so I can't. I have no right to have any taking this.
You eat Domino's, you said?
Well, there you go. See, I knew you'd get his attention. Scott enjoys himself.
Well, I'm just Domino's. Eating pizza. I know. I'm actually like getting ready to order a pizza now because I'm starving. I saw Scott eating the pizza.
You saw him do. Look,
and we've seen. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead, buddy.
I was gonna say we've seen the Domino's guy at New Girl's front door.
Have you?
She posted a picture of it once.
Yeah, the Domino's guy and the Amazon man showed up at the same time.
Yeah, and they were looking at each other like, "Hey," they became friends
please,
after that.
After you, my friend. Well, there's the prop master. That's why we call him the prop master, because things just naturally come up in conversation, and Scott seems to be able to pull them up and bring them on camera, like he's done already today.
Delicious.
Is it delicious? What kind you having there, Scott? Pepperoni?
Is there bacon on that?
Sausage and pepperoni. Sausage and pepperoni.
Blood sausage.
So what?
Not
so what is your
blood.
go-to pizza there? Since we're talking about pizza, there, New Girl.
To everyone's dismay, I'm sure I don't eat meat, so I just get a vegetarian pizza. Onions,
quite-
sweet corn, peppers.
That's quite all right. To each their own. We have some vegans and vegetarians in our chat today too. So
I mean, meat doesn't bother me. I have a teenage son. He eats meat. Trust me, likes to eat steak at least once a week. So I don't mind cooking it. I just don't eat it myself.
very good to know. Mama Nick says Chicago doesn't have pizza. They have tomato soup bread bowls they call pizza.
That's what
so
they
you're familiar
are.
with the Chicago pizza? It's very deep dish. It's very thick and piled in. I've had it like once or twice, JJ. What do you think about it? Look, he's a New York guy. I don't have to ask him.
Nah.
Yeah.
I am very interested to try Chicago pizza. I've watched people make it online, and it does intrigue me.
I like she even had the proper accent almost at the end of Chicago. She had a little
Yeah.
Chicago on the end of it. Chicago. You got to say it right. New Girl needs to try an official Philly cheesesteak, a whiz wit.
The cheese whiz.
When they put the big knife of the
Oh.
cheese whiz, and they pull out the knife and they leave all the cheese in the thing. A proper cheese.
I'm sure if I liked meat, I'd probably enjoy it. But
Oh, okay, that's right. That's an issue with that. I'm Irish and Polish space nerd, says Brian Kowalczyk. Good afternoon, Bobby, Scott,
Backwards.
and guest. Hey, Honeybee. Mrs.
Hi,
Honeybee.
Mrs. Honeybee.
Our guests are
Buzz,
my
buzz.
friend JJ Dabbles and my new friend, the New Girl, and they're here talking about their new show they're starting up called Drag the Waters.
Go subscribe.
Yeah, please do. Their link is running in the chat, and if you could sub, that would be great. I have been a professional fat guy for years. By far, the best pizza I have was in New York City. Random place we walked into, Unreal, UNREAL, says Live Ween. Stokester says, the Chicago thing, crust is best, deep dish is shit. Oh, thin
yeah, I
crust.
like a thin crust.
Like a thin
Listen, I
crust.
even said last time I was on here, I was talking to Scott, that I believe I said that thin crust from Domino's actually isn't bad. That really thin
Yep.
shit, they just put a little sauce and cheese on the thinnest shit, the thinnest dough, and you could eat that in like 5 seconds. The whole pie, it's just like crunches in your hand. Those are pretty good, actually. I'll give that credit.
Blumel says, can anyone
Yes.
explain to me what Detroit style pizza is? I'll be interested to hear this too. Yeah,
Oh, I didn't say yes to that.
I thought JJ's ready for this. No one knows shit about Detroit style pizza here. No,
I don't care about
I'm not
Detroit
sure. Maybe
style
it's in
pizza.
between. Maybe it's a half and half. Oh, Scott just ripped one.
Yeah, that was a fart.
You get the live ones. We don't know. It's not all special effects here. We get the live farts here. Brian Kowalczyk.
Sorry, New Girl.
No, don't apologize.
Right on
Better
her
late
head.
than never, baby.
Yeah, on her head at that. Yeah, how about that? No self-loathing Americans. Blumels Venslor says, I know you got the Devils jersey, and I don't hold that against you, but the Penguins are going to take it this year, says Blumels. What do you think?
They are. Sure they are.
So, hockey season's about underway. Blumels is throwing out.
You want a Devil's Joint sticker, though? Anyone who wants one, DM me. I'll send you a bunch.
That's awesome, man.
I have like 1,000 of them. Gotta get rid of them.
Jake would love one.
Jake would love many. Yeah, Jake would love anything.
6 up. Blumels, the short style is way thick. Crust is about an inch tall. The cheese is layered thick. Says
I
about
can get with the
Detroit.
cheese. I fuck with cheese. Yeah.
You fuck with cheese.
You're not vegan. Only vegetarian. Not vegan.
I love cheese.
Detroit
I
sells
think-
an abandoned auto factory with ketchup. Johnny Russo said. All right. Yeah.
Ew. Nimrob71 says, can we call boobies? Wait a minute.
Call the bobbies.
I know, is that a Freudian slip? Bobbies, boobies. But knowing Nimrod, that's not such a Freudian slip.
No, yeah.
Whoa. Clyde says, devil stuck still and always will, LOL.
That's all right. That's all
Clyde
right.
just brings it, man. Hey, Scott from Brian Kowalczyk.
Hey.
Brian.
Blumels Fenslor says, Brian K., what happened to Ed? He had a good thing going. Not sure. FTP. Ween is throwing the shout out love from Blumels. Hey, it's pizza, so I'm sure it's good. All hail Blocky Fran. Well, I can get down with that. Brian Kowalczyk next in D. DabbleCon. I'm going to be roomies with y'all and Stacy. That is the plan. I like. Yeah, that'd be good to hang up.
I'm gonna try and come to next year's DabbleCon. I'm really gonna like try and see if I can get over.
It was a lot of fun. I drove. It was like 6 hours away from my house. I drove up to Rochester from where I'm at, and it was a lot of fun. Like meeting. I had a lot of fun meeting the people in the chat this time. Really, it was a lot of fun.
And Helga.
And Helga, yes, I did. Yeah, what's up, Dad? I think I turned Helga on too much. I don't know. She hadn't had me on her show yet. She's like, I don't know about that BF. Yes, I had a Helga encounter up there at Rochester as well.
Wait, are you telling me that I haven't asked you to be a guest on Trainwreck?
I kind of subliminally threw that out there. Yeah, I did.
Did I? Are you serious?
Yeah. What you know what you shows you've done or not, son? Whatever. We'll talk about.
No, I know what shows I've done, but I also remember who I've asked. I'm pretty. That's weird. Okay.
Nah, whatever. Right. We'll figure it out. I'm not bitter or anything. No. Space Nerd. I haven't met him. I haven't met a pizza I didn't like, says Space Nerd. Free pizza is greater than good pizza, and that's greater than bad pizza. So any pizza. I'm gonna fish. I love bad pizza. I say, new girl. I like.
Oh, drunk. I will eat any pizza.
Yeah, exactly. Late at night, bowling alley pizza, like whatever slice you can get your hands on. If it's good, I like. I'm like, wow, for bad pizza, this is pretty darn good. Like I'll even take some
garlic bread with cheese when I'm drunk. Thick garlic bread with loads of cheese. That's the one for me.
That sounds good. Yeah.
And then she breathes on you all dry. Hi. Garlic bread. Hi, how are you doing? Brian, okay. Space Nerd, same room. All of us, that's right, you're going to hook it up 100%. Space Nerd says, get me an extra key when you go to DabbleCon, says Uncle Jack. It's Space Nerd. Corndiff says, I'm good at accents. Let me take a stab at this one. Northwestern Jamaican?
Mon.
Not quite. She's not quite. No, man.
I have a Jamaican flag back here.
I'm sure you do.
I do. Yeah, back there.
They need to bring Miserable Men back. They said maybe this weekend. Oh, shit. That's cool. Hoya from the Dream Man checking in. Bones up in 666 to you, my friend. Uncle Jack will do. Doom is getting the shout out love. Our friend Dylan from somewhere checks in and says, Stuttering John
I love Dylan.
Yes.
Hey, Dylan.
Stuttering John has clearly drunk himself into brain damage. It's not as fun as it used to be. Goofing on I'm Holt, though, that's still fun. Yeah, and that's and like you said, like he himself is not that interesting, new girl. I agree with that. But his coping and him trying to backpedal out of everything that we clearly see, that's what makes him interesting.
I think just the drama around him. I quite like all the raids and all the other shit. That's all interesting. But him as a person, without all that, is
I agree.
Nothing.
I agree. Like I used to see him broadcast and all, and I was considering if I should do this, and I'm like, well, I'm like, if he can be on here, like I don't, I'm not that bad. Like shit, it's like it's not. Yeah, he's just a weird guy. Yeah. Fuck sauce says in Space Nerd. Send some fuck sauce over there. We got American fuck sauce. Corn of close southeast Montana. Hey, Corn nailed it. New girl, do your best Southern American accent. Come on.
Go.
Never gonna happen.
It is gonna happen. We have it planned. We're gonna have it on our show. She'll be doing.
No, we are not. You're gonna have to get me real drunk to get me to do that.
We are. Yes, we are. She doesn't know how to promote shows yet. Yes, we are doing that.
Yeah, well, it'll be the stream where I get really drunk then.
Yeah, in 2 weeks or even next week. Check it out. She'll be there. Doing
yeehaw, Mike. Come on. Oh, I'm there. Go to Australian again. Yeehaw.
Eric Hall, you motherfucker.
I tried. DC orgy, not sure.
Cyke, don't start with that.
What are we talking about here? You getting ahead? You doing a Jake on me?
No. Yes.
Can't. Could New Girl do an impression of Corn Diff? Boy, they really want you to do impressions, girl. You've got to open this part of your personality up.
No, I'll start practicing.
Like, Corn, we do Corn. Hello, Corn. Hey, hi everybody. Hey, Corn.
I could listen to the Corn talk all night long.
Shout out to Corn and Granny and all those guys over there. Chops. Let's see. Corn needs a Hoya. Nailed it. All right. It's been a minute. We'll do it. Hoya.
Can I get a Hoya? Can I get a Hoya? Can I get a Hoya? Can I get a Hoya?
Hoya, corn dip. I like the dancing that goes on. That's a good dancing. Hey, you know, we were talking about our boy Jake, and I don't know. Bobby Nick described yesterday how he got some horrific pictures of some toilet leavings from him. JJ.
Oh.
Yeah. Like the horror in Bobby Nick's voice, Scott, wasn't it? It was like real. The tremble, the trouble.
You're not going to show it, are you?
I'm not going to show it, but they basically describe it a little bit, Scott, because you did see it.
Yeah, I got a copy if you want me to send you one, but
no, we don't want to see it. Just describe it. It was just a
bloody
scene, right?
Yeah, and there's a lot of blood.
Oh.
It was on the toilet seat. You could tell that the blood was on his legs because it was kind of a stamp. You could see where his legs, hit. It was on the seat. But there was some long ones. There's a bunch of different size ones, but then there were on top of the logs, there was a bunch of round ones. And there was blood in with it, and he told us he was been constipated and he still needed to dig some more out.
Ew. So that's our boy Jake. And
it
so
looked like a miscarriage.
You said that yesterday. So in honor of that, I was going to play this video for Jake.
Can I get a little sympathy? Because I got a bloody ass.
For John, too.
Because I got a bloody ass.
You got a bloody ass, Jake. Shout out, Jake. We hope that bloody ass gets better soon. Yeah. So yeah, like the horror, JJ, when Bobby Nick, because he'll get those live on my show sometime, and he'll go, "Oh my god," and he'll just like scream out. The douche of the Dabbleverse says more toe.
No.
Well, I can give you some toe. Let's see. I like this thing I played. Oh, wait a minute. Let me find that for you. Yeah. So. Like I said, and you nailed it. That's such a great analogy of it, that he is not interesting himself, but all the goings on around him, I think, is what makes him interesting. And like I said, the cope. But let's watch this little video we have about since douche says more toe, I give you more toe.
All right. So is your name Aaron?
My name is Aaron.
All right, and you're the host, you were the host of the Central Minnesota Morning Show, correct?
The Steel Toe Morning Show was and is, mine. Correct.
Okay, hosted by you, Aaron.
Yeah.
And you were considered kind of the shock jock of the community, so to speak. I've kind of watched a little bit of your stuff, and it's Bubba Howard, man cow ish kind of. Am I kind of right?
I don't know what's going on.
That's Aaron.
Let's go ahead and get ready for what you boys and girls paid for, which is, oh my goodness.
That is actually a really good drawing.
Oh my Lord.
There you are. That's what you meant. There's a little more toe. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Yay.
More toe.
That was quite an accurate drawing of April, though.
Wasn't it though? Wasn't it eerily accurate? How did they guys nail those details to where you go, oh my god, that's actually looks like April? It was on point. Great stuff. Agreed. I could not care less about Steel Toe. Just him coping. The cope was interesting. Has Dylan from somewhere seen BF's Dylan from Delhi video? Yes, he has seen that before. I think I played that for him before. Let's see if I could find that. I should play that. Here we go. Oh, here we go. I will play it for you, for my new friends who have never seen it before. You might be familiar with our friend Dylan from somewhere. He does shows a lot of days right before BF Live, approximately like 11:30 East. I think you did your.
I love Dylan.
Yeah, he did your TikTok show today, but he also does the St. Cloud, like basically the divorce show or whatever. Dylan from somewhere, and our boy. Well, they would say Dylan from somewhere, and I was doing some investigating, and I found out where Dylan was from. I found where somewhere is. This is him. This is Dylan. For the sexy girl. Sexy girl. Oh, it's oh, you can't handle the sex.
It's Dong.
It's Dylan from New Delhi. I have figured it out.
Great song. Great song.
I'll probably get copyright hit for it.
Love it.
This was Dylan from New Delhi. What is the name
Indian
of the cat?
Gallagher, Granny said. It did look out like Gallagher a little bit.
It does.
Maggie sails back.
What is the name of your cat?
Maggie.
I've
got another one as well called Monty, but he's not.
I had a
as
black
fame
cat for
hungry.
like about 16 years. Beautiful black cat. I have no fear of black cats. All that. Obviously, the superstition doesn't bother you, right? Is that a thing in England about black cats?
Yeah, it's a
and all
thing,
that?
but no, I'd love a black cat.
I'm glad you said
I'll
cat.
tell you a random
That sounds
fact
like
about
something
black cats. Can you see how she's got a little tiny white patch here? Most
did-
black cats.
Oh, yeah, mine did as well, like under the chin and the throat
So-
area.
That is actually they've evolved to have that because back when they used to kill black cats with witches, cats evolved this little tiny white patch so that if they had any white on them, they did not get killed. So it's very rare to see a completely black cat.
That's an interesting little fun fact I did not know. I learned something here. I always say that's the more you know.
Rainbow.
I always say if you're not careful, you might learn something before you're done right here on BF Live. Oh Lord, I think I'm pregnant, says Blumels. Aren't you, man? Brian Kowalczyk says I'm taking notes. Let's see. Better. Be sure to get child support. Deuce's brain. Enough to live with his mom. Dylan says watching Steel Toe's show is torture. Watching the Clippers highlights of Imholt is fun. Thank you, Doom, Stalin 19, and others. We name them. Myself and New Girl, we named them earlier. Doom, Stalin 19, and Real Media Player is another.
Citizen M as well. Citizen M has got a big Steel Toe.
Citizen M,
watcher, yeah.
Citizen M, yep. I love the Real Media Player. Always at the beginning, he goes, "I got the internet going nuts," and he has the clip of Patrick saying, who has to get the internet?" I think that's a great way to start those videos. A lot of fun. Aaron begs for money, so pitiful, says our friend the Reverend Wild Bill. I actually
it's very embarrassing to watch that. It makes me cringe so bad.
Does it not? I mean, yeah, like a lot of times I watch that and I go, man, if he put this much effort in just maybe doing a show, maybe he wouldn't have to bring it up so often, right?
Yeah.
You know, typically I know it's the trolling for the money. I would actually like to hear more shitting on Godfrey, says our friend Deuce of the Dabbleverse. Space Nerd says, I really want Brian Kowalczyk. It would be a huge, delightful shit show. Do you fiddle with roller coasters, mate? British Corndiff. Do you fiddle with roller coasters? Do you like a proper amusement park? Do you?
I don't really go to it. There's not very many. I think if you saw our amusement parks, you'd think they were pitiful, like compared to what you have. There's not much going on over here.
Really? So, like having dreams of coming to the States, you never thought about I would like to go to Disney World or Disneyland in California?
I've been to
Florida?
Disneyland Paris, but again, I don't think, and I was only a child. I would love to go to Disneyland Florida. I can't lie, I would absolutely love it. I am one of them adults who does enjoy Disney, but yeah,
it's great. Steel Toe has always been, and will be garbage. He's not entertaining at all, says Jules. See, I knew my people were out there. I knew I would find them.
Jules knows.
I mean, not like that, but Brian Kowalczyk. Dylan from somewhere is still checking. He says, live ween. Yes, I've seen my twin from New Delhi. How you doing, Dylan? I would like to have you on the show someday, brother, because I know that you are, you practically have a PhD in Aaron at this point with your St. Cloud show. So I'm asking you on the air, and I'll get with you privately. But let's have a hookup with Dylan sometime, and we can come and compare Aaron notes, and I can play some of these funny clips that I have, brother, and we can talk about that. That would be a lot of fun. Uncle Jack says, Dylan from somewhere, when are we doing a collab?
well, Jack's not asked me for a collab.
Yes, he has.
Mm-hmm.
Has it? Not to
He
me
did
personally.
He did earlier.
No.
He said-
Well,
but
no.
he said no.
He should have
he said-
DM'd me, shouldn't he?
She wants a proper invitation, Uncle Jack. You don't just come away with coming in a chat and asking like that. Proper invitation. No SJ. There would be no TSN.
Well, I mean, that would be a bonus. Get rid of that shit.
So, like I always say, they milk that and make the most out of it. I mean, those guys actually had a working relationship with John, so I understand it coming from their angle. Yeah, I would like them to do other stuff, but boy, they've made some great content out of that, some great parody songs and great fun, and really have turned it into like a cottage industry or built on that cottage industry. But yeah, I would they weren't as popular without the Starting John stuff, and that just put them through the roof. Uncle Jack from somewhere, maybe. Says Deuce of the Dabbleverse. Hi, Dylan from the lovely Tiffany Washington check-in. There's the New Girl's Twitter X link running in the chat, as well as Drag the Waters is running in there. Mama Nick checks in and says, BF, who's a prettier blonde, New Girl or Shawnee? Thank you for the $2.
Ask questions like that.
Well, it's actually more of a softball question than you realize because Shawnee is a male. So obviously you are the far prettier blonde than Shawnee. Thank you, Mumbling Nick, for checking in, buddy. And Mumbling Nick is a great lifetime friend or long friend of Shawnee. Let's see. Uncle Jack's checking in and says, yes, Devil's Joiny. Fact
Joiny.
No one told Uncle Jack, mod. Cheers from Duke of the Dabbleverse. Hell of a chat room today, says JG's Lounge. I'm blessed, man. This is my community. I wouldn't have anything to do if I didn't have these cool ass people coming in here and hanging out today. Jack, you're in trouble with Tiff. Live Ween is laughing. Hey, Cyke. Hey, Tiff. Zen can do one, says our friend Mumbling Nick. The Uncle Jack says
talking about impressions.
Can do one. Oh yeah. What one in general? Do you remember which one he was talking about?
I forgot which one.
He does
exactly.
some good ones though. Yeah. He does a good Joe. He does a good frog. Yeah.
Oh look,
whoa.
see that New Girl really does. See that? But you'll be sleeping.
We'll be on hopefully tonight, and if New Girl tags along, I won't be opposed to it. Well, depending on the time, and if I'm still awake, I might just do that. I think I'm going to jump on JBX in the morning if I'm up early enough.
Okay.
So we shall see what happens. I'm a girl who likes to sleep.
Yeah.
There you go. We're doing pretty good. You're doing a pretty good British accent right now.
Yeah, I know some people don't believe my accent, but this isn't how I usually talk anyway. So,
can you say the names of all 5 Spice Girls?
what their actual names are? The stage names.
Stage names.
Sporty Spice, Baby Spice, Scary Spice, Ginger Spice, and Posh Spice.
Can you name
She's
all the
real.
Backstreet Boys?
Nobody can do that, JJ.
How about New Kids on the Block, Scott? Can you name all the New Kids on the Block?
We got the right stuff.
I can't name one. Johnny Wahlberg.
Yeah, I think he was one. That's
I'm
one.
proud of you for that, Scott.
That's
Thank
all
you.
I know.
Good move, Scott. Good move.
Right. Dylan from somewhere says, we've got to set it up. I'm a mediocre booker, Uncle Jack.
Yeah,
Tiff.
douche.
Dylan from somewhere. Zen can do 1 Aussie and 2 Clay Dabbler. Yes, I love Zen's British accents. Yes, he does. And you're not wrong about that, Live. When I hear them, I'm go, wow, I think Zen out of all these guys does the best British accent. His does.
Yeah, the best of a bad bunch. It's not.
Okay, well, that might be the case. Best of a bad bunch. It might be. Maybe you have to hear it. You'll be the ultimate judge. JJ, you sound more Australian. See, we talked about that, how it slips into Australian, you know.
I don't know how to do any accents. I can't do any accents.
Douche is on you wanting you to do that Southern country girl accent. Come on, girl.
I told you
don't
that's
even know.
that's going to be on our show.
If I heard it first, I'd probably be able to mimic it, but I don't think I
yeah.
can do it off the top of my head.
Okay, that's good. He's saving it for the show.
You'll get it on the
Douche.
show. Yeah, Drag the
There
Waters.
you go. And she's gonna work on it. She's gonna work on her confidence and her technique. She's gonna listen to something and she's gonna do it one day.
She
So you're
didn't
gonna
have much confidence 3 weeks ago either. So
No, thanks to JJ. I was not into that. Like I said, I never wanted to do this. Like being on live was never something that I felt like I wanted to do. But JJ's pulled it out of me, and now I love it.
Well, that's good, and we all work on our
Good work,
confidence. You know,
JJ.
I've been doing this
I pulled it hard too.
years now, and I still have my bouts of nervousness and all. I mean, Scott, we talk about this some. What about you, JJ? Like, do you get cranked up about when you're about to produce a show for Helen or Helga or whatever? And
oh no, not in that situation. No, but in these ones, I have anxiety, major anxiety.
Mm-hmm. I do,
So-
and you know, and like anything else, New Girl. Obviously, the more you do it, the more you get comfortable with it. But there are still bouts with it. But yeah, you'll get better as you do it. Dylan from somewhere, I'm horrible at everything. Yeah, it's funny because you'll get more comfortable being on camera, and all of a sudden you won't realize that you're doing like a Southern accent for everybody because your comfort level will probably change. And a little alcohol probably wouldn't hurt.
Yeah, definitely.
Dabicon 3 Dallas are joining Airbnbs and My Place at Space Nerd. They're already trying to plan and calculate where that's going to be. I do not microwave water, says
Boil.
Space Nerd.
You got to boil water. Boil it.
Right. She does not microwave water. She wants that radioactive tea water. That would be amazing.
That's what it is, yeah.
Bob Levy uses the sugar fist method of making tea. Yes. He just puts it in and throws it. Do you like pure black tea? Do you like the taste of the tea? Are you a cream and sugar person?
No, just milk. Just a little bit of milk.
Spot of milk?
And some sugar. Yeah, no, I don't do a black tea. Black coffee, but not black tea.
Sugar fist, LOL, simply says Space Nerd. The Reverend Wild Bill says, talking cockroaches sounds like Joe's apartment.
This is all the way back to cockroach Helga talk. Wow.
Come on, Jam. Hey, Jam. Come on, Jam. Come on, Jam. Come on. I'll help you, Joe. I'll help you hook up Joe. That's a little classic short. A roach made Stuttering John famous. Ha ha! Dudes of the Delvers at BF, your least impression is on target.
It is quite a good
That means
least
a lot coming
impression.
from you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Come on, Helga. We gotta go get some coffee. Let's see. If she gets good tips, hey, who's a Space Nerd?
I could
hey,
use you to
Helga.
do some Lisa impressions for me, for something I'm working on. Actually, I'll talk.
All right, we'll get down to that. Come on, we'll do that. All right, Helga, we got the throwing up going on the douche of the Dabbleverse over here. Why did you think of that? Says the Chunkster. Brian Kowalczyk checks in with a most colorful and generous $9.99 and says, "What is JJ's OnlyFans?" I see what you're doing there. Like I almost asked JJ to wear the cleavage shirt. I see what you're doing there. I'm sure if there was an OnlyFans, we'd know about it by now.
There is definitely no OnlyFans from me anyway. I just want to throw that out there.
All right.
I have a very legitimate business.
Nope.
Sub to Direct the Waters, and I'll give you the link.
JJ's making all the problems. He's doing everything. He's going to have her doing Southern accents, promises to links, anything you guys can do. You can click the link to Drag the Waters podcast, and you can find it.
If she
easy
had an
there.
OnlyFans, I wouldn't even do a show with her. To be honest with you, wouldn't respect her. So,
Ooh. Link. I don't know about the
Fighting
link
talk.
for this show, Brian Kowalczyk, but if you do
There
check
is.
out, there's Scott Fitzpatrick's link that's running in the chat. We'll get down. I'll put theirs up again when I get to it. Finally, someone asked what we've all been wondering. Devil's Joint.
I think that was referring to the is Lisa and Helga fucking. We are far behind in the gym.
yeah, this is from like an hour ago. Yeah,
Yes, Nick.
Oh.
Am I that far behind? Let me see.
yeah.
Wow, I'm
Oh,
like
yeah, it's
major
way
far
back there,
behind.
way back
'cause you
there,
guys
man.
are awesome. Holy shit. Scott loves this. JJ, he would love nothing more to have sit here. He would sit here with me and to have me read the whole whatever's left of the chat for the next hour. But
I
you guys
know.
are awesome. I had no idea that I was an hour behind in the chat. So I'm going to point out the most highlighted ones, and then we're going to do some final plugs and let's everybody get on with their life and get on with their day. Brian Clauder checks in with the most generous gifted BF Live Bobby membership. Expanding the
Brian.
family, and just like it goes, look who caught it. Dylan from somewhere. He caught it. Boom. Thank you, Brian Clauder.
One day.
And welcome, Dylan, even more to the chat family. Let's get together on something, brother. Welcome to the BF Live family. Only ESOs and soccer players drink tea. Let's see. I think we got on them. BF, do I have any Jergens lotions or tissues? Not to spare. Let me see. What we got here? BFT, BTF. I don't think we have any more super chats with that. Once again, there's Drag the Waters right there. And that's why we're here, folks. I want to thank JJ Dabbles, my friend, for introducing us to now our new friend and family member, the lovely, most lovely new girl. Now, are you ever going to expose a name? Are you going to change it to older girl or just girl? What are your plans with the name?
We did have discussions about changing the name, and I'll be honest, I think it's been leaked a couple times, my real name, but I'm just gonna let it come out naturally. I'm gonna stick with
Okay.
New Girl for now.
I like that. I think that's a good strategy too. So there you go. So if you want to ever know her name or have it leak out, you have to go catch out the new Drag the Waters podcast. Now
That's
you
the
guys
only
are
way it'll leak. She'll accidentally say it, or I will by
There you
accident.
go. It'll come out at some point. But that's the fun of these shows is that we sit around much like we did today. You know, you guys came on the air. I don't have no script or anything, nothing written down
She
for you.
doxed me in this show. She said my name.
But we're having like great conversation.
You said
I think
Joe
things-
before. Yeah, you did.
Like JJ's name,
Dox.
things come out naturally. Doxing. She told the world.
My name is Joe, by the way.
Let's check in real quick with Metz because Metz is a new family member that Stormy invited and introduced us to. How you doing, Metz? We're sitting here with the lovely JJ Dabbles and the lovely new girl talking about their new pod coming up. What's it? Next Thursday you're going to be. Tell them when it's going to premiere, everybody.
Thursday, probably most likely. Keep up with us on Twitter. But Thursday, 11 a.m. Eastern time.
So 1 week from today, 11 a.m. East, approximately 1 hour, exactly 1 hour before my show, BF Live, you'll be able to hook up with these great people and watch Drag the Waters, and that'll be a great lead-in show to BF Live. So we'll hook it up. We'll promote them together.
Yes.
It's family. It's chat family. We all
That's
grow
the plan.
We all grow together. So 1 week from today, look for the premiere and all the new fun stuff that might be coming out of JJ Dabbles and the lovely new girl, our new friend right here on BF Live. I don't promote shit. It's up to my perverted fan base to keep up.
And thank you for having us to promote our show, Bobby. I really
I've
appreciate
absolutely loved being on today. It's been great.
Thank you guys, because this is what I got into this for. I just want to get on here and find cool ass people that we have stuff in common with and have awesome conversations. And I think we did exactly that today. I am still scrolling down the chat and I cannot catch up to the bottom of this awesome chat. You guys are amazing. I would have to do another show to read this. I'm still not at the bottom of it.
Members only show. Go read the whole chat. You can save your chats.
Moly, that's not a bad idea, brother.
On my program, EV Mux, I could save the whole chat and then, and delete the show.
I'm gonna have to give me some pointers on that. Otherwise, off air or whatever. Let's see. Who was this today? Who's going to be 47 this Saturday? Let's see. I'm currently scrolling through the chat trying to get to the bottom of it, and I'm only at the hour of 20 minutes.
He's trying to get to the bottom of this.
20 minutes after 2 because I can't keep up with you crazy people. You guys are awesome. Oh, shut up, Uncle Jack. I'll throw that out there. I'm gonna just scroll and find it. Granny, can you wear a top like this, please, on our show? Says Corn.
I can send him one. It's fine.
Corn says I want to raise to do that. Space Nerd simply says tits. 6 to midnight. That's very untoward. I could just spend the rest of the day just plucking cool comments out of this. You guys are awesome. This has been a fun, freaking awesome show. I love doing this. This is what I get up every day for. So please, one more time, click on their links. Let's say I discovered David Earl and Derek and you guys. This gentleman can fucking act. He is unbelievable as Kev. There you go. Hit the like button, says Mandy Diff.
Do that.
Got it on. I'm going to find that link one more time, and I'm going to throw it out there one more time. I like pigs, says Brandy Munn randomly.
I like turtles.
I like turtles. I like turtles, too. Let's see. I was looking for your link one more time. There's Cyke's link. We're going to do some Cyke Labs content tomorrow. Here it is one more time. You don't have to read it. You don't have to type it. Just simply go in my chat and click on it one more time. And once again, thank you guys for coming on.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you so much.
Anytime. If you have, I know we've been on here for like 2 hours, but if you have a minute just to say hello and a proper goodbye backstage, I wouldn't mind that at all. So let's pull this train into the station. I'm gonna go through one at a time. Let anybody say the last things they want to say. I'll start with JJ Dabbles. What you got, buddy?
Thank you for having us on. Please check our show out next week. Follow us on Twitter at DTWNYUK. For the updates, if it changes within an hour or so, but it's probably Thursday, 11 a.m. Drag the Waters, our first episode. So it'd be really nice for to have all you guys there, and it'll lead right into BF Live. That's it. That's all I got.
Awesome, thank you, buddy. And Scott, I'm gonna let the ladies go last, so you kind of know what's coming up. And Scott Fitzpatrick, I'm gonna ask you, sir, to be ready because we're gonna do proper. And I should have let the ladies go last in this case, but let's go.
I'm ready. Today will be tonight at 7:00 Eastern. No filter on No Filter Andrew, friends at No Filter Andrew. This Saturday will be our 200th episode, and Jerry Shepherdini will be waxing his undercarriage, his taint, his ball, the whole thing.
A ginger Scottish man is going to be waxing himself on No Filter this Saturday.
Nice.
Right. And then every night at midnight, Jason Barno X, he'll have whether it's called Chillcast or Bored to Death or whatever, but he's got a show on every night at midnight. Yes. And is there going to be Sports Heads?
Sports Heads Sunday, 7:00 East.
And that one here on BF's channel, right?
That's right here.
You talk hockey on that show?
We will when it's relevant. So what we do, JJ, for our Sports Head show is that me and Andrew would just start talking about random sports topics when we were on shows. And finally we said, rather than talk about these and interrupt the show, let's throw them in a hopper, like a Twitter X kind of thing. And what we do, they could be about everything, brother, whatever just happened the week before. So it could be hockey. It could be we've done community sports. Like Scott has done a thing about pitching fucking washers. They do washer pitching, right, Scott?
Redneck sports type stuff.
Yeah, like they throw the cow shit patties. What's that called?
Yeah, we did that one.
So we do all that kind of shit.
Stuff
right?
like that. Okay.
It can be everything. So it's a little bit of everything. So if you're interested in sports, you can find that here right on BF Live on Sundays at 7 o'clock East. So yeah, I'm very happy to be part of this community where we got so many cool people that we kind of all do shows and keep you guys entertained. This is an awesome community. I had an awesome time today. Here we are. Have a great day, y'all. Killing them with the Ables tonight on 100 Proof Podcasting. See you there. Great show. Next time, JJ has to go topless. Says Uncle Jack. Heading to Discord now, Live Ween says to play the Beatles covers in a Speedo if anyone's bored. And Live Ween is on the 100 Proof Podcasting Discord, and watch at your own risk. I'll say that. Douche of the Dabbleverse. Cheers to you, my new friend. Tainty Painty. Oh, what is Tainty Painty? Is that goodbye? Cheers for now, Tainty Painty. Is that
I made that one up. Yeah.
Oh, Tainty Painty. It sounds like a salutation. Tainty Painty, everybody. See you next time.
She taught me that one.
All right. JJ is topless. That jersey is tattooed. Thank you for the chat for keeping the conversation respectful and intellectual level. Did we do that? I'm not sure. I don't think we did that.
Not at all.
Not sure what show you're watching. Live Ween, maybe next time. I don't know when you'll be in Discord again. I have a lot of different tats. Peace Gang 666 from Dream Man. Next stream, BF Naked. Hi-yo. BF Nimrob super chat to be read, sir. Is it a Nimrob? Let me find it. Let me go. Go to my page. I don't want to overlook anyone. And if I missed it, it's no surprise, guys, because you guys are overwhelming me in the best way today. Let me go to my.
I got to remind you that there is a super chat from Nimrob.
Oh, thank you, buddy. This chat is to remind you that I have read the super chat. You son of a bitch. You damn it. I can't find it again. Why can't I find the star one? Oh, here they go.
I found it. 2:47 p.m.
2:47. Thank you. Wow. It's getting hard to keep up with there, JJ.
I'm on top of it.
That's good. Thanks for pointing that out. Thank you, Brian Clauder. Thank you, Brian Kowalczyk, Mumbling Nick, Nimrob71 for the $4.99.
I'm clipping that.
It says JJ and New Girl have a easy give and take. It will serve them well on their shows. And thank you for the $4.99, Nimrob.
Thank you, my friend.
Thank you, Danglers, for checking in and your super chat.
And we've worked on that.
Thank you, Douche of the Dabbleverse. Thank you, Below Me, for joining us for the first time in your $5 super chat. The Danglers it again. Daniel August checking in with his super chats. Mr. Spawn, Stephen Bravo, Sunday Jenna, and everybody. You guys have been awesome. I've had a great, wonderful day. Friends, fun, and chat. This has been great. And breasts, there's Terry Nee. All right. And with that, I think we got all our plugs out there. I trust that we've had a great time today. So for the lovely JJ Dabbles, the lovely New Girl, and the lovely Scott Fitzpatrick, I'm BF saying peace and love, and we will see you the next time we see you tomorrow for Friday, ending the week right here on BF Live. Have a great rest of your Thursday, and take care. We'll see you right here next time on BF
Bye,
Live.
guys. Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.